Without your support, we wouldn't have been able to do it.
Thank you, CAS Cable, for your continued support of the Williamstown Basketball Club.
Carl's Pawn Shop is the first in the area to have the newest technology for evaluating precious metals. Yes, we're forging ahead of the pawn industry with state-of-the-art equipment which measures actual content in precious metals. When looking at jewelry or coins, we can tell you exactly what metals are in the items and its worth. Carl's has been a trusted source for buying and selling items and making loans for over 25 years. Stop in and see us at 3410 Emerson Avenue or 515 Division Street in Parkersburg.
Carl's Pawn Shop.
When you call the Basement Doctor West Virginia, you know you've called the right place. We'll help you solve the worst problems in your basement or crawl space, from bowed walls, cracks to water, mold, and more.
Our experienced and well-trained crews will carry out the repairs, leaving you with a drier, cleaner, healthier, safer, and more energy-efficient home. Plus, you get a lifetime transferable warranty.
You can trust the Basement Doctor of West Virginia. Call now at 877-DRY-TIME or visit basementdoctorwv.com.
The Corner Cafe in downtown Parkersburg, next to Matheny Motors, has you covered for every meal of the day. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. You can enjoy our full menu whenever you want. Burger for breakfast, omelet for dinner. You can have it at the Corner Cafe. Enjoy our dinner specials like meatloaf, baked steak, and open-faced roast beef sandwiches. Top off your meal with homemade desserts, including our wide selection of pies. We hope to see you soon at the Corner Cafe, 3rd and Ann Streets in downtown Parkersburg, next to Matheny Motors.
Join Discovery World on Market for their first adult After Hours at the museum. The weird science-themed Halloween event is Saturday, October 21st from 7 to 10 p.m. at 900 Market Street. The museum will be transformed into an evening full of scary science experiments, fear factor frights, elixir sips, fantastic bites, and fun for your inner child. Costumes are encouraged but not required. Prizes will be awarded to the best costumes. Events include access to 3 floors of exhibits, a spooky theater experience, and fun for those 21 plus.
High school volleyball is back on CAS 45. Monday, October 2nd at 6 p.m., Frontier will be in Williamstown to take on Wood County Christian. CAS 45 is proud to showcase local high school student athletes. Fans can watch the games live both on TV and streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Coverage is presented by WVU Medicine, Camden Clark. Don't miss Frontier and Wood County Christian Volleyball Monday the 2nd at 6 on CAS 45.
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. We're the only local community healthcare providers backed by the power of WVU Medicine. Self-schedule today at mywvuchart.com.
At Cox Family Pharmacy, we've built our reputation by taking exceptional care of our patients. Our team takes the time to get to know you and your family so you can get the help and service that you deserve. Thank you for making us your pharmacy for over 17 years. Cox Family Pharmacy, we're trusted.
Tired of long wait lines or no one answering the phone at chain pharmacies? At Cox Family Pharmacy, a real person answers the phone, and we do our best to make sure you and your family are well taken care of. Choose Cox Family Pharmacy. We're trusted.
Honest Fred's Flooring is your one-stop premier flooring destination. Whether residential or commercial, you can count on us for first-rate customer service and a vast selection of flooring options. You're invited to sit down with our flooring experts to discuss your project, and our warehouse is full of flooring ready for installation. Plus, take advantage of 0% financing. Schedule your free estimate today at honestfreds.com or give us a call. The flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Honest Fred's Flooring, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer.
The Jackson County Community Foundation would like to announce basketball legend, broadcaster, humanitarian, and survivor Bill Walton as the keynote speaker for their annual benefit dinner. Enjoy an evening filled with food, entertainment, and the motivational words of Bill Walton. Thursday, October 19th at Millwood, West Virginia. This event is made possible by area sponsors, with proceeds benefiting the Community Foundation's grant program. Seating is limited, so visit jccfinc.org for tickets and details.
Good evening. Welcome to coverage of high school football on CAS 45. We're pleased to be with you this evening and bring you another tremendous game. This time it will be PHS, Parkersburg High School Big Reds, and they'll be facing George Washington, the Patriots. My name is Mike Cameron. Great to be with you here on this fine evening. It's a wonderful evening for football, and we're expecting another tremendous game. Hopefully this time, you know what? The folks from CAS have done well of choosing games because both of the games have been barn burners. But the first one, that one took about 3 hours. We're hoping that doesn't happen tonight. Joining me up in the booth tonight, Joe Oliverio. Joe, great to have you with you, and just another wonderful evening for football.
Mike, I tell you, it's nice to be back in the saddle with you. It's got 71 degrees out here. Parkersburg homecoming, and you're right. Wife said, hey, what time are you going to be home tonight? I said, well, normally games are over about 9:30, 9:45, but last time it was 9:30 and we weren't at halftime yet. So hopefully tonight we'll get a nice, clean played ball game with a lot of activity and a lot of action for our viewers to enjoy and our listeners to listen to, and we won't be here at midnight.
Well, you know what? If you take a look at the two records of the teams tonight, and you would say, no, there's a big difference. I don't really agree with that. I think you're going to see two very, very evenly matched teams tonight. I know you got Parkersburg, who came out like a house fire, and 4-0, got the big rivalry win over Parkersburg South last week here at the stadium. They kind of returned to earth a little bit. Cabell Midland, who's a tough team. And I think they knew that they were going to have a tough assignment with that game, and they did. They lost 42-16. Now, come to find out that they did have plenty of scoring chances along the way, just couldn't complete that. But again, it's one of those things we kind of talked about last week with the Williamstown Marietta game. Sometimes these teams need that punch in the face to kind of wake them up a little bit. I mean, PHS didn't really need that at that point with the 4-0 record, but they got some stiff competition from a top 4 team in Class AAA.
Well, and then Cabell Midland beat George Washington 49-21 in that season opener.
Mm-hmm.
Probably both teams were trying to find out just what they were doing, what they were up against. So not really a way to judge, and like you said, you got one team at 4-1, the other team at 2-3, but records go out the door when the ball gets kicked.
2-3 is the record of George Washington. They, of course, it was widely talked about what they did last week with the 98-point victory. Well, actually, it was 98-7 over South Charleston. And I find no fault with that because, as a football coach, Steve Edwards got to go out there. He's got to put his kids out there. They got to play. He's not going to say, let's hike the ball and kneel. So I think they were getting, the third stringers, fourth stringers were getting some looks during that game, and they were scoring points too.
And there's not a alternative play set. Those young men practice all week long with the certain plays that they're given, and if those are continuing to work, whether it's first string, second, or third string, that's just what happens.
Well, I tell you what, I think we're going to see a matchup tonight between two teams that have upper-tier quarterbacks. Of course, what we know about David Parsons, he's a Division I prospect. He has to be, and he's put up a lot of yards, 1,300 yards right now. On the other side of the ball, you've got Abe Fenwick, who also is getting some looks by some Division I schools, too. Big pro-style quarterback with a big arm. He's a left-hander, so that's going to be a little bit of a different view for us tonight. But it's going to be a really intriguing matchup between those two.
That should be neat. And then, PHS is probably going to go with Jaquel Shelton carrying a lot of the load,
right.
Cyrus Backus. Then we also heard that Jason Williams may be taking some time back there in the backfield. So PHS is looking at those three running backs, and GW will probably rely on that Keegan Sack and Anthony Valentine to kind of carry the load for that group.
I think we're going to see a big mix. I mean, again, Fenwick's got a big-time arm, but he does have weapons all over the place, not only with his receivers but with his backfield as well. So I think you're right. We're going to see quite a bit of that this evening. It's going to be a great matchup. Stick around with us all evening long, folks. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have interviews with Coach Matt Kimes and also Steve Edwards, too. Back with more as you watch high school football on CAS 45, presented by WVU Medicine Camden Clark.
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. When you choose one of our providers, you're starting a relationship with access to all specialty healthcare services, diagnostics, and seamless electronic medical records offered by WVU Medicine. With our award-winning Cardiac Care Center, the Center for Pain Management, Urology and GI Services, robotic surgery, sports medicine, award-winning orthopedic care, and more. If you need specialty care, it's our goal to treat you close to home. Plus, MyWVU Chart is state-of-the-art, user-friendly electronic medical records at your fingertips. You have secure 24-hour access to your private health information. Message your doctor, self-schedule an appointment, refill prescriptions, check in online, and quickly see your test result. We're the only nationally recognized local community healthcare providers taking care of you and your family for over 125 years. Welcome to convenient, connected primary care. That's the power of WVU Medicine, Camden Clark.
DePaulo's Pizzeria, located at 1403 Grand Central Avenue in Vienna, welcomes you to try their all-you-can-eat buffet. Join us Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, as well as Sundays, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8. Enjoy our salad bar, pizza, pasta, subs, cheesy bread, calzones, pepperoni rolls, and desserts. We are proud to be a local, family-owned business and look forward to serving your family at DePaulo's.
Back here at the pregame show, high school football in CAS 45. Tonight's ball game, the GW Patriots going up against the Big Reds from Parkersburg High School, and I have head coach Matt Kimes with me here from PHS. Okay, so we're going to go step back just a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Because the last time we talked was before that South game. That turned out to be a pretty big barn burner of a game. Give me your assessment of that game.
Great high school atmosphere. Two teams landing on the line for their communities. What high school football is all about. You know, we're fortunate to get out with a win, and hopefully we can build upon that tonight.
Well, last week, Cabell Midland came to town, and a little bit of a different feel to that. Maybe, I don't know, kind of brought you back down to earth a little bit. What did you take away from that game? What do you think you could have done better?
We had opportunities inside the 5-yard line 4 different times, Mike, and didn't get any points. You're not going to beat very many teams at all, let alone, you know, top 4 team. So we worked on it this week, trying to figure out some short yardage stuff to finish drives. Pick up those yards when we have to have them. The opportunity presents itself tonight in those situations. I think we'll be prepared for it.
GW comes to town now. They dropped 98 points on South Charleston. You knew something about that. You know, you guys handled South Charleston when you guys had your opportunity against them. What have you picked up through film study? It looks like they've got a pretty controlled passing attack with Fenwick, and Valentine looks like he is going to be a big name. We're going to say his name quite a bit this evening. What do you know about this Patriot team?
Very athletic, very skilled. Quarterback can make all the throws, big-time arm. He's a Division I player for a reason. He's got a lot of skill around him. And they got some guys up front that can move people. So it's a really big challenge for us. We understand it's a challenge. You know, their 3 losses. The teams they've lost to have not lost a game. So, you know, they've played a tough schedule. They're game ready for a situation like this. But I also think it's a good matchup for us. It's not a grinded out physical type game that it has been the last couple of weeks. So hopefully, our skill guys can match with their skill guys pretty well.
So break it down. One last thing. Keys to victory. How are you going to pull off a victory tonight?
Yeah, defensively, we've got to mix our looks on the back end. Try to confuse him a little bit. We're going to disguise some things the best we can and try to, like I said, get him off his first read. And if we can get him off his first read, then hopefully our D-line and our linebackers can present some pressure and then make him move his feet a little bit. And then we got to stop the run, as always. And then offensively, we got to take care of the football, be efficient, and then finish drives, like I said earlier.
Sounds pretty textbook.
That's it, man. Should be a good Friday night.
All right. I appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you very much. Best of luck tonight and the rest of the season as well.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate
All right. We'll be back with more on CAS 45.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center wants to welcome 3 new state-of-the-art machines to their location. The Physique targets stubborn areas that regular diet and exercise have trouble with to help you get the results you've been looking for. The Tetra is a CO2 laser that offers fully customizable skin treatments to help improve fine lines and wrinkles, scars, and more. The Pico helps remove tattoos and dark spots by offering laser skin resurfacing with no downtime. Call 740-538-9943 to book your appointment.
It's game time, and One Community Federal Credit Union is here to help you tackle your financial goals. With our convenient and secure electronic banking and mobile services, we're taking our customer service experience to the next level. Plus, our CD rates are some of the best around, so you get more bang for your buck. When you need a loan, One Community can get you a great rate and a fast decision made locally. It all adds up to us being the Mid-Ohio Valley's winning team. One Community Federal Credit Union. Online at onecommunityfcu.org.
Welcome back to the pregame show on CAS 45 for tonight's ball game between George Washington and Parkersburg High School. And I have Coach Steve Edwards with us. Coach, you dropped 98 points last week on a South Charleston team. What does that feel like?
It doesn't feel very good. I mean, it's not wasn't something we planned on doing. It wasn't something we tried to do. It was just something that happened.
You come into this ball game tonight against PHS. You got that 2-3 record right now. But you also have a couple of really nice talents in Fenwick and Valentine. Tell us about how you're going to use them tonight.
Well, I really don't know how we're going to use them tonight because depends on we're going to take what they can give us, and we're going to do the best we can. And we've just been working all week trying to get a little bit better and just get better enough that we can make a challenge for Parkersburg tonight.
Give me your assessment of the team right now at 2-3. You guys are seemingly, you just look at it on paper right now. You see 2-3. You guys are much better than a 2-3 team. Right?
Well, I'd like to think we are, but only time will tell. We'll see here in a little bit how good we are, whether we're 2-3 or not.
Keys to victory tonight.
Well, take care of the football, hustle, and play 4 quarters. They're going to be ready to play 4 quarters, and they're certainly not afraid of us. So we'll have to play probably hard for 4 quarters and limit our mistakes.
I appreciate your time, Coach. Best of luck tonight. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be back with more kickoff in just a few minutes right here on CAS 45.
It's football season, and CAS Cable has a deal for new customers that's a real touchdown. Right now, new customers can buy 1 month of internet service from CAS Cable and get a second month free. Rush to our website for details today. Tackle high prices with internet service from CAS Cable. Was that too many football references?
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. When you choose one of our providers, you're starting a relationship with access to award-winning specialty care, diagnostics, and MyWVU chart. Our state-of-the-art user-friendly electronic medical records that's at your fingertips. Caring for you for over 125 years. We're the only local community healthcare providers backed by the power of WVU medicine. Healthy relationships start here.
Welcome back. We're ready for football here in just a bit. Great matchup over the years between these two teams, and we're ready for another one between PHS and George Washington. Mike Cameron, Joe Oliverio here with you. And the PHS Big Reds are on the field now. Great atmosphere, great evening. Did you say it was about 71 degrees?
71 degrees at kickoff time. Captains went out. We saw captains for PHS. Happened to just be 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Nice and efficient that way.
And they were lined up that way going out to the center. I would say the center circle, but it's to the P. Stoniker, Casey Stanley, and Parsons. Captains for GW was Abe Fenwick. Number 3, Clyde May. 5, Keegan Sack. And number 4, Gunnar Flores. Probably names that we'll hear most of the evening.
I would say so. Pregame coin toss. I believe PHS won. I think they chose to defer, so that means getting the ball first will be the Patriots from George Washington High School. 2-3 record. A lot of folks throughout the Mountain State, though, talking about that 98-7 win last week over South Charleston. I think tonight we're going to see a much better contest. Again, I know we said it in the pregame, but I think I'm really, really excited about the this quarterback matchup.
It should be very exciting. White hat of the officiating crew, Jason Wilkinson, back there with the backmen for GW. So him and his crew.
Casey Stanley will tee it up for the Big Reds. And we are just about ready for some football Friday nights. the best night of the year. Up in the air we go, and it will be caught at the 8-yard line. Anthony Valentine received it, got to about the 22-yard line, did very well to get to that point. And the Patriots will take over. At quarterback will be 6'3" senior Abe Fenwick. Got a completion percentage of .481, 712 yards passing on the season, 52 completions, 8 touchdowns. He's also been intercepted 8 times. They will line up with the receiver split out to the far left. Otherwise, a pretty tight formation. Pistol, Fenwick with Valentine behind him. He gets the snap. It looked like there was a little miscommunication in the backfield. I think Valentine was expecting to go the other way. And Fenwick said, okay. And that's going to go as a loss. First play of the game. Going to see a negative 2 on that one. 2nd down and 12. Moving quickly are the Patriots. Again in that same formation. This time it's much better handoff, but Valentine gets stacked up by the middle interior line of the Parkersburg Big Reds. They stand him up, and that'll set up a long 3rd down.
He picked up 1 there, so we got 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11. Split out Giacomo to the far right. Also out there is Gunnar Flores. Valentine also split out too. So trips to the right. Shotgun formation for Fenwick. He looks at the formation, now looks back over to the coaching staff.
Stacked out here on the far right.
Fenwick will drop back, left-hander, looking to throw down the field, caught for a 1st down. And I believe that was Bryson Sowards on that completion, so long 3rd down, but converted by Patriots.
Pass complete for Bryson Sowards. Will be a 1st down for GW.
Getting their plays from the sideline, so they really literally can take the full play clock if they need to. Valentine's going to split out once again to the right side. Fenwick in the pistol. This time he hands it off. And that is Keegan Sack with the ball. He gets dropped pretty quickly. He might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be dependent on the, where they spot the ball. Looks like it will be 2nd down. Oh, look, they're going to give him about a half yard on that, Joe. I think they were being a little generous on that one. Sack again in the backfield for the Patriots. Valentine and Giacomo out for the Patriots. Fenwick lines up his team with 11 on the shot on the. I almost said shot clock there, Joe. I'm using your basketball.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Inside handoff once again to Sack. He'll get a couple extra yards this time. Gets about to the 40-yard line, or he's brought down by the Big Reds. Elder in on the stop. And again, 3rd down, but this one a little bit more manageable than the last one. 3rd down and 7. We'll have trips to the right side once again. 1 in the slot and 2 split out to the far right, closest to us. Sack in the backfield. Fenwick awaits the snap. 3rd down and 7, 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. Fenwick drops back. Got a bit of a rush. He gets away from the first guy. Moves down the field. There's a receiver that's open, and he makes the catch. That is Giacomo, and that will go as the first score of the ball game. Fenwick made something happen, got away from the rush, and a 60-yard touchdown pass. So first strike of the game goes to GW on their first drive of the game.
There wasn't any hesitation with that throw. That wasn't a lame duck that just happened to be up there that somebody caught.
And a flag down on the play on the extra point attempt. Yes, he was. So that will cause GW to try again.
Jordan Price comes on to attempt the extra point.
Jordan Price, who's connected on 20 of 21 extra point attempts during the year. But now this one will be a bit more difficult, and will actually essentially be a 25-yard field goal. Snap good, hold good, but blocked.
Oh, blocked.
So a little bit of a victory right there. That long touchdown pass probably stung a little bit, but now keeping that extra point, keeping that just a 6-point differential, maybe possibly a little bit of momentum as Parkersburg High School will get onto the field after this kickoff. Let's take a quick break. You're watching high school football on CAS 45 presented by WVU Medicine Camden Clark.
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. When you choose one of our providers, you're starting a relationship with access to award-winning specialty care, diagnostics, and MyWVU chart. Our state-of-the-art user-friendly electronic medical records that's at your fingertips. Caring for you for over 125 years. We're the only local community healthcare providers backed by the power of WVU medicine. Healthy relationships start here.
And welcome back to Stadium Field. Well, Joe, we knew that GW could score. They did it a whole bunch last week, but they only took a couple of minutes to get on the board. 60-yard touchdown pass from Fenwick to Giacomo. Extra point blocked, but Patriots
up.
Get first blood for tonight.
Like we said, that he ran to his right or ran to his left, threw it there, no problem. I kind of wondered, too, because they've been putting trips out here to the right with only like 2 people trying to cover him. So what kind of zone was occurring at that point?
Well, I mean, it still started with Fenwick because he almost, I mean, there was plenty of presence there, but he was able to get away from that. Price will, Price will kick it off. It'll go out of bounds. And Parkersburg Big Reds will get decent field position to start off their first drive of the night. We'll wait for the official call from the White Hat. So place it at the 35-yard line. And here come the Parkersburg Big Reds. David Parsons in the quarterback position, 1,300 yards passing.
Shelton to his left.
He'll get the snap, and he'll get it to Jason Williams, who you said in the pregame he was not actually on our roster, but he did get the start, got the first carry of the game, and a good carry, 5 yards on first down. And PHS deciding they're going to up tempo right now. A couple of sidecars to Parsons in the backfield. Split out to the left is Stanley. Split out to the far right is Stolniker. We'll say Andrew Stolniker because there are 2 of them. Ice in the slot. He gets the pass. He completes it, and he'll scoot out of bounds for the first down, move the change, and he'll be close to midfield after that little pitch and catch from Parsons.
It'll be a Big Red first down.
They kind of had him hit
10 yards there.
Yeah, they kind of had him hidden in the slot there, and a little bit of a screen pass, I would say. 2 receivers to the left. That's Ice and Stanley. Stolniker, one Stolniker brother in the slot, one to the right side. Parsons looks to the sideline to get the play. Shelton will be in the backfield with him. Put Stolniker in motion. Snap is low, but a good handle. Quick sidearm pass to Stolniker in the open field, and he's still on his feet. Gets a block. Gets to the 20-yard line, little juke move, and he'll get knocked out of bounds close to the 10-yard line in the red zone, and a great little play, and there wasn't much to it. It was just quickly executed.
Right there across the center, and then it was really up to Stoniker to do what he does.
Stolniker was the receiver in motion.
BHS wants to go, but they're trying to get the chain crew down.
It looks like you can actually possibly still get a first down. So it's just outside the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 10.5. Let's just say that. Parsons with the shotgun snap. He looks to the right. Sidearm again.
Oh.
I think he's kind of fallen in love with that sidearm there. It's the 3rd consecutive pass that he's done that, but this one will go incomplete as he kind of, it was a sidearm, but there was some mustard on that.
Some zip to it, which is interesting because with his height, you think he'd just put it straight over there.
Couple of sidecards for Parsons again. He will go pretty much 98% of the evening in the shotgun. Got Stolniker, one Stolniker brother to the left, and Stanley is split way out there, all the way on the numbers. Shelton in motion. Hand the ball off. No, fake by Parsons. He'll get it to Shelton. He'll take on the defensive secondary player, and he'll be dropped down inside the 5-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down, short yardage. So this was their bugaboo for last week there, Joe, with the fact that they got in the red zone, got in scoring position on a number of occasions, and they got stuffed by Midland on at least 3 different times that I can think of. 3rd down and short. They actually, I think, they finally did drop the chain, so it is 3rd down and goal, 2-yard line.
Mason Ross enters the game as the lineman.
They're going to bunch the formation. Parsons. Put a receiver in motion. It's Stolniker. Hand the ball inside to Shelton, and he will get stopped, and he might have been dropped for a loss. It just depends. Looks like they're going to spot it at the line of scrimmage, but that will call for a 4th down. And decision time now for Coach.
Well, we see Casey Stanley coming in, so
it did not take much time for that
decision to be
made at all. Casey Stanley, a very good kicker. He's 23 of 24 from PAT, and he's 4 of 4 as in field goals. This one will be a relatively short chip shot for him. Everything looks good, and it splits the uprights, and they cut the lead in half, 6-3. George Washington in the lead, but a little bit. A little deflated, I would have to say, after that. A very good drive, Joe, but, you want to get 6. You don't want to get 3. You'll take the 3, but you'd much rather have the 6.
And then especially coming off Stoniker's got that nice 40-yard catch and run, gets you down to the 10-yard line, and then it kind of just stalled a little bit there. So we'll see how many of those red zone plays can actually fall in tonight.
No, we know what Parsons can do. We've seen him on a number of occasions. This is the first time I've had a chance to see this Fenwick kid in person. All right, now can't complain too much. It's worth the price of admission. There was now if I were to have any sort of detracting thing to say about that pass play is that he actually did, but he was under duress, so he did not get the full mustard behind that pass. So his receiver actually had to almost stop short a little bit. He still was able to make the catch.
Still was able to get it. And I tell you, as our camera goes on this kickoff, the student section down at PHS, this is homecoming night, so it looks like they've donned the workman hard hat, safety vests.
Yeah, I think it's construction night. Stanley goes all the way to the end zone, and it'll be a touchback for the Patriots. We want to throw out a very big thank you once again to DePaulo's Pizza for supplying us with some yummy, yummy pizza.
Yummy pizza.
I didn't want to come up into the booth. I just wanted to keep eating.
Well, the cannoli triangle squares again. I know, triangle squares. The cannoli bite, that's how good they were. You lose track of whether it's a triangle or a square. But very, very delicious.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots.
Fenwick will be in the shotgun. again, it's no surprise. We'll see that pretty much all night by both quarterbacks. Receiver in motion, fake the handoff. This one will go to Valentine. He's got some open space. He'll be brought down close to the 34-yard line after a pretty good gain off first down.
Pick up about 8.
Second down. Fenwick. Again, both teams will get their calls from the sideline pretty much all night. This will be more of the pistol formation as Valentine will line up behind Fenwick. Bunch formation with a receiver to the left. Hand the ball off. This time it's Valentine again. It looks like first down yardage has been, boy, they're going to keep hitting. Brought down at the 37-yard line. Move the chains. We'll spread this formation out a little bit more as 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like Fenwick will still have Valentine in the backfield with him. First down. Second drive, and they're moving the ball pretty nicely so far.
Blitz coming from Parkersburg.
And Jason Williams comes around the left end and gets a sizable loss on Fenwick. Fenwick tried to hold on to the ball, see if he could wait for a receiver to open up, and it just never happened, and Williams brought him down. Big loss for the Big Reds.
12-yard loss on that.
Second down, they mark it all the way in, close to the 24-yard line.
It'll be second and 23 for George Washington.
So second and a bunch. Two receivers to the left. Fenwick gets the snap. Looks like they're going to set up for the screen. They get Valentine open and with some good downfield blocking. And that might be too good of a block. Valentine will go out of bounds. Let's tend to the laundry, but I'm thinking there probably is a block to the back. It's a spot foul, but it'll pretty much put them right where they were. So gain of nothing, and like it. Second down and 23.
Well, it's a beautiful moon right above the Parkersburg High School.
Yes, our truck's going to have to get a shot of that moon here pretty soon. That is pretty spectacular out there. The moon. It is a super moon right now.
Super moon. Or if you were in public education, the kids were wound tight this week.
That's why. Fenwick will drop back. Almost got to him again. Completion. And they'll cut that one in half right there. Once again, they get it to Giacomo. Giacomo.
Steps out of bounds.
About 15.
30-yard line. It'll be third and 9.
Got two receivers now, three receivers to the left. And that was the gain that they needed. Oh, great. Thank you. Very nice shot of the moon. I told you it was nice. And again, a big-time rush, and down goes Fenwick. Zane Lewis, I believe, was at least one of the guys in there. So they were able to, boy, a lot of pressure on that last drive there. And GW had no time to make anything happen. They had a couple of good plays in the beginning of the drive, but then when they started to try and pass the ball, that's when bad things happened.
Well, that penalty really derailed a lot of energy going.
Price, who's also the punter, puts a little bit of a crazy bounce out there, but now he gets quite the roll. He's going to take it all the way to the 20-yard line, so a tremendous punt.
Almost looked like Anthony Ice was going to try to pick that up after a second or third bounce. Thinking, Coach Combs might get on me if something bad happens here. So let's get the ball back. Let's let our offense do the trick.
A big home run style play in the first drive for George Washington, leading to the 6 points on the board for them as we look at the Preston's Beauty Supply scoreboard. PHS and PHS with a nice drive in their first possession of the ball, but they just could not punch it into the end zone, so they had to settle for 3. Preston's Beauty Academy scoreboard. Low snap. Parsons will flip it over to Stanley, who gets maybe a yard or 2. Give him 2. Second down and 8. Mark it at the 22-yard line. Trips. Trips to the right, and they also have the tight end on that side as well. So very heavy formation to the right. Williams in the backfield. Sorry, Joe.
I guess that counts as a pass when that occurs like
it
that,
does.
right?
It is a completion.
Oh, here comes the rush from the outside.
Parsons will roll, and he'll just kind of get rid of it. He was outside of the tackle box, so he was well within his right to just flip it out of bounds at that point.
Marlon
heavy rush.
Came around that right corner for GW. Almost, well, definitely untouched.
And a complete head of steam to begin with, as he anticipated the snap very nicely. Third down and 8. 3 receivers set, but 1 in the slot for Parsons. Parsons has been doing a lot of quick delivery, a lot of sidearm delivery, and again they'll set up the screen. And this one at the right time, right after a blitz, Stallmacher gets the catch and he rumbles up to the 43-yard line, and that's a great time to call a screen pass there, Joe, when you got a pretty heavy blitz, especially from the outside.
Picked up 21 yards on that play.
First down.
Three receivers set once again to the right. 4 receivers total. Williams in the backfield with Parsons. He gets the call from the sideline. 1:38 remaining in this first quarter. Patriots 6, Big Reds 3, but Big Reds driving.
Another
quick hitch pass out to Stanley. He'll do the rest. Late flag, but if it stands, it'll be a first down and maybe a little more depending on the call.
Pick up a 13 yards on that right now.
Does not look good, Joe. Everybody's
Big
moving
Reds
this
are
direction.
walking back, aren't they?
Hold it. On the offense, number 1. Take out to bottom foul. Replay the down.
So instead of having the ball up there about the 42, 43, we're going to go back to the other 35-yard line.
Costly penalty all the way back to the 35. You are correct, sir. First down.
It's a shame that only counts as like a 10-yard penalty, but really it's almost like a 25-yard penalty from what they gained.
Negated a lot of yardage. 3 receivers, 1 in the slot, 1 in the backfield. That's Williams. Parsons takes a look at the defense. I think he wants to change the play up quite possibly. And the ball off, that's Williams, and he gets stuffed immediately. Somebody lost a hat, I think, too.
Jason Williams is the ball carrier.
Williams is going to have to.
Helmet violation from the offense. Number 23 has to set out for 1 time.
Ooh, it's now they call it a violation? I didn't know. I thought they just sent him to the sideline. It's almost like he gets sent to the sideline and he got slapped on the wrist. Forgot something there, kid? Second down and 19 as we're under a minute.
Kind of kneeling down like maybe that smarted that helmet coming off instead of just not a loose chin strap or something.
4 on the shot. Oh, I did it again. 4 on the play clock. Roll out to the left. up in the air, and that one was broken up. I think that was Keegan's sack on the breakup.
Pass intended for Anthony Ice is incomplete.
And that'll set up a long third down. That'll also stop the clock. 37.4 seconds left in this first quarter.
We're looking at 3rd and 19. But we know that Parsons has that in his repertoire.
Let's see what he does. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's got Ice and Stanley to the left. One of the Stolniker brothers to the right. 2 in the backfield with Parsons. Put somebody in motion. That's Williams. They'll go with the screen pass. Shelton got the first down, and he's going to get more. Boy, he got nailed there at the end, but that's going to count. Good deception there, too, because they put Williams in motion. He was coming towards the sideline. A lot of attention was looking his way. Well, Shelton, everybody kind of ran away from him, so he just kind of collected the screen pass and said, okay, I'll take this first down. Hand the ball, and that's Shelton once again around the left end. He did not have enough for the first down, but he got it there. I thought for sure he had plenty for the first down, but they went for it, and they were able to get it there. Move the chains, and that will also end the first quarter. We played 1. Your score, George Washington 6, Big Reds 3. Back with more. You're watching high school football on CAS 45, presented by WVU Medicine, Camden Clark.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center wants to welcome 3 new state-of-the-art machines to their location. The Physique targets stubborn areas that regular diet and exercise have trouble with to help you get the results you've been looking for. The Tetra is a CO2 laser that offers fully customizable skin treatments to help improve fine lines and wrinkles, scars, and more. The Pico helps remove tattoos and dark spots by offering laser skin resurfacing with no downtime. Call 740-538-9943 to book your appointment.
It's game time, and One Community Federal Credit Union is here to help you tackle your financial goals. With our convenient and secure electronic banking and mobile services, we're taking our customer service experience to the next level. Plus, our CD rates are some of the best around, so you get more bang for your buck. When you need a loan, One Community can get you a great rate and a fast decision made locally. It all adds up to us being the Mid-Ohio Valley's winning team. One Community Federal Credit Union. Online at onecommunityfcu.org.
And welcome back. Stadium Field. We saw 1 home run play within the first couple of minutes. George Washington with a big 60-yard touchdown pass from Fenwick to Giacomo. And on the very first drive for PHS, they got down but could not get into the end zone, but settled for a field goal. That's where we're at right now, 6-3. Parsons will throw a backwards pass, and it'll be a double pass. That's going to be a wow. It's going to end up going as an interception. But there was a lot of contact going on down there, and Stanley is still down on the other side, so we have an injured PHS player. All right, so that was a backwards pass. Double pass. Parsons
that he almost made it look like an incomplete because it bounced on the ground. The fact that it's backwards allowed that to be a live ball, throws it down.
And it was underthrown, but still, and it was probably because he was under a lot of duress as well, but boy, there was a lot of contact going on the other side, and it's almost like they went and said, nope, no call.
It's like the whole audience was ready for, okay, here comes the flag, and we did not see one.
So Valentine will get credit with the interception. That is his 2nd of the season.
Tell you were talking about that first quarter. Basically, PHS rushed unofficially for about 6 yards compared to GW's 1 yard rushing in the entire first quarter. But like you said, we had 100 yards passing from PHS and 88 yards passing from GW. So that was a pass-happy first quarter.
Both of these teams, according to the numbers I've seen, that is their offense right there. The running kind of just keeps you honest. Fenwick will get the handoff. This is to Sack. He'll go around the right end, and he will be brought down.
Keegan Sack is the ball carrier.
If he got a yard, it will be minimal.
Andrew Stolniker and Anthony Ice made the stop.
They did give him the full yard on the carry, 2nd down and 9. 6-3 your score. Boy, 2 weeks ago, we're still smack dab in the middle of the first quarter at this point.
Yeah, those 50-minute quarters that we were dealing with back then. We're 30 minutes into this game, so we're about just halfway through the first.
And surprisingly enough, with a couple of passing teams, you get a lot of incomplete passes. That can stop the clock along the way, but that's not been the case. They've been very efficient this evening, both teams. Fenwick kind of calls out where he wants his receivers to be. Under some rush, left-hander puts some air underneath it. He'll overthrow his receiver by a bunch. And that will make it third down. Third down and 9.
Deep in GW territory.
All right, so it looks like we're going to have on the short side of the field 3 receivers. 4 receivers set. Fenwick drops back, looks to his right, throws. That looks like it was collected, but it will be short by about 2-3 yards. Giacomo, who's had 3 catches in this game. So it looks like we are going to see the punt teams on the field.
Giacomo. Jordan Price comes on in punt formation.
Price back to punt. Nobody back deep for the Big Reds. I don't think they believed that they were going to punt.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they got 11 out there.
Another good punt. It was a line drive by Price, but his average is going to be pretty nice. It keeps up like this. Inside the 34-yard line, that's where the Big Reds will take back over.
Their 34-yard line.
Was it Notre Dame last week that had 10 players on the field at the end of that ball
Oh,
game
my
with Ohio
goodness.
State?
The most 2 important plays of the whole game. They had 10 people on the field for it. I'd say if you're allowed to have 11, put all 11
Put
out
all
there.
11 out there.
I think you're much better set that way. Trips to the left. Receiver to the right. Parsons puts one of those receivers in motion, fakes the handoff, throws over to Stolniker, who lets it go through his hands, and luckily it hits the stadium field turf. Second down and 10 off of the incompletion, but they are moving pretty quickly.
Williams is back in after the helmet and kind of getting his.
Shelton in the backfield as well. 2 receivers to the left. Shelton gets the fake handoff. Another quick sidearm delivery, this time to Ice. He makes a move, gets into the open field, and finally brought down by a horde of Patriots. One more, and it would have been a gaggle. And this time, Ice gets up a little. They're still working on Casey Stanley on the sideline, so now 2 receivers normally in the formations not out there for the Big Reds. Parsons wanted to move quick. Now they'll look to the sideline. Into the game is Titan Parsons, David's brother. He'll be in the slot.
Maybe encroachment.
Red ball. Encroachment. Defense. Number 77.
Wow. Well, they got a gift on that one.
That's
GW
GW's
just kind of gave them the yardage on that one.
3rd penalty for about 25 yards so far for George Washington.
And costly because it moves the chains. First down and 10. Mark it at the 47-yard line. Still a PHS. Titan Parsons split out to the right. Zane Lewis also out there. So a couple guys you don't see out there normally. But with Stanley still getting worked on the sideline. And Parsons just had no time at all. He still was able to get the throw out, and it just goes off the fingertips of Matthew Stolniker. Parsons did everything he could to survive on that play. I don't think he would have got a decent amount of yardage, but at least he would have been a little bit of positive yardage on that, but Stolniker couldn't make the catch.
And Giacomo was coming in hard, put him down, and helped him back up.
That's very
Once
nice.
again, very hospitable opponent here.
2nd down and 10. I love it when they're nice to each other. Mass hysteria. That one's to Shelton, and he'll break into the middle, almost knock down the umpire. Give him some yardage on that. I'd say about 5. Cut it in half. 3rd down and manageable.
It'll be 35 for the big red.
And they are moving quickly. They're already lining back up. Titan Parsons and Zane Lewis to the right. Stolniker will be out on the end of the line there. Low snap. Parsons looks. That's something we have not seen a lot from him today, is immediately thinking about running, and that one will be batted down and incomplete, almost intercepted. Against Parkersburg South, it was not weird to just see him say, you know what, there's nothing out there for me. I'm going to go ahead and run.
I'm going to go.
He's not done that yet this evening. Connor Gribble will be the punter. He gets to see some time every once in a while, but Casey Stanley is usually on the kicking, does all the kicking. With his injured status right now, Gribble will do the rugby-style punt, end over end. And some good bounce. Inside the 10, all the way to the 7-yard line. Nicely done by Gribble, and when they needed him to do it.
Patriots begin play 1st and 10.
So not the drive that they wanted, but maybe playing a little bit of the field position game. That never hurts if they can get that to work.
And he's getting some head taps coming over on that good punt.
Job there by Connor Gribble. He is a senior. 6'4".
So
Bunch formation for GW. Go ahead.
I was going to say GW is going to start on their 7-yard line with 7:39 on the clock.
Valentine gets the handoff, takes it to the left side through the guard tackle hole, and he'll get a couple of yards on 1st down. This game is moving at a nice pace, Joe.
Shh.
Oh,
don't jinx it.
Oh, did I just jinx it? I'm sorry.
We never went it at halftime and said, boy, that's a pretty clean half. All heck would break loose in the second half. So just
Valentine dropped his mouthpiece and then put it back in his mouth. That's not sanitary. But he'll split out to the left. Shotgun for Fenwick. Shovel pass outside. That's Sack. He started out to the left. Now he cuts it back inside up the hash mark. And good yardage on that play for Keegan Sack. And he made something out of nothing on that play.
Ball carrier. Sack was made by Titan Parsons. It'll be 1st down to George Washington.
13-yard gain. Let's give that 14.
Enough to move the chains, mark it at the 24-yard line. And now GW a little even more patient than normal. Still that bunch formation. Pistol for Fenwick with Valentine behind him. We're going to wait till 5 to snap it. Boy, there was a lot of movement there. And Valentine gets brought down. Great initial rush there by Williams. Elder in on to make that play, so a loss on that 1st down play. And that was ugly.
It's an interesting formation, too, because in front of Fenwick is 2 really big, not really fullbacks. It's almost like the linemen have moved back there.
They'll spread this formation out a bit further with 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Valentine in the backfield. Full shotgun for Fenwick. Again, taking pretty much the whole play clock. He'll drop back. He's got time. And a great move there by Sowards, who gets hit hard at the end, but moved the chains. Boy, it was a great formation that he ran, route that he ran there. Got away from his defensive secondary person covering him and got extra yardage after the catch.
24-yard pickup.
Mark it at the 45-yard line of GW. They move the chains, and the clock continues to tick. 5:12 left in this half.
Who was on that reception?
That was Sowards. Number 14. Valentine gets the handoff and gets hit immediately. There's so many red shirts there, I couldn't even tell you the first one.
Anthony Valentine.
Shelton. Elder. I think Lewis was in there.
It'll be second and 11.
I think Nick Swisher was in there too. There were so many of them.
Everybody's in there.
Almost all the Hall of Fame was in there as well. Speaking of Hall of Fame, congratulations to Mark and Matt McCullough, a couple of former Big Reds, both enshrined into the Parkersburg High School Hall of Fame. Father, son. I think that's pretty nice that they did that for them. A couple of really good kickers in this Big Red program over the years. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 to the side of Fenwick. There was a lot of confusion on that one. Is it going to be a timeout or is it going to be a penalty?
Timeout.
Timeout. We'll keep it here.
Timeout, George Washington.
A couple of really good games that CAS has picked, as we said. 2 weeks ago, of course, the Parkersburg South Parkersburg High School matchup, which was just plain nuts. Nuts and crazy. And then last week, we saw a really good Williamstown team fall behind at halftime by 2 touchdowns, and you can almost see the script kind of write itself out. Third quarter kind of kept everything close. Williamstown was able to punch in, get a touchdown about halfway through that fourth quarter, and it was just kind of right where they needed to be. It was a 5-point differential. They just needed to have one more score, and they took it to the very last couple of plays, punched in that touchdown, won the game, kept the undefeated streak alive. It was just a tremendous game to watch last week.
You're talking about Williamstown. They're playing at St. Mary's tonight, and right now that's locked up 0-0 with that.
So we've heard a report that there was a key injury. Melissa was hurt in that Williamstown-St. Mary's game. So right now deadlocked at 0-0. We knew that was going to be a big-time game in Pleasants County tonight. 3 receiver sets, 4 receivers total, actually 3 receivers to the right. Fenwick drops back, setting up for a screen pass, and that was tapped out of the air. I think that was Lewis. Could have been Mason Ross. Nonetheless, it's going to set up a long third down and 11. As
you know, when that quarterback's backing up 20 yards, that it's probably setting up a screen. It was neat that the Big Reds, a couple of them stayed home in that area.
Just got a fingertip up there. I mean, if they didn't, who knows how long that, how many yards they were going to be able to, because there was a lot of Big Reds in on that rush.
See Casey Stanley's off of the training table now, kind of walking the sideline. Pads are still off, but looks like he's trying to get some flexibility and move around there.
Trips to the right. Fenwick in the shotgun. Fake the handoff, drop back, and he's got no time. He gets away from the rush, and he might have a nice move there, and he will get the first down. Shelton has to bring him down from behind, but that will be enough for a first down. Great scramble and quarterback run there by Abe Fenwick.
Pick up about 20 on that play.
Fenwick has over 130 yards on the season rushing, so this is nothing new for him. He knows what to do under duress. If he can get that opening, he'll normally make you pay, and he did on that particular play right there. First down and 10, mark it at the 37-yard line. Inside handoff to Sack. And he'll be brought down, but a pretty decent gain. He'll be past the 30-yard line to the 28.
That was made by Chris Cox.
Actually mark it to the 27. Second down and short, under approaching 3 minutes left in the half. They're taking as much time as they possibly can.
They really are, and it's interesting.
5 on the play clock. Snapped at 3, dropped back to pass. Fenwick looks down the field. Left-hander's got his receiver. And that one, oh, they're going to get the catch. I think they're going to say that he caught the ball. There is a flag down on the play. It might be interference. But, again, in that situation, they might just be able to defer the penalty. They are going to say he caught the ball. So they do get the catch. Penalty is declined. Inside the red zone are the Patriots.
The 9-yard line.
First down and goal. Fenwick. It's Valentine to his right. Gets the handoff. He'll take it around the left end. No, up the middle. And on after breaking a tackle or two. Touchdown, Patriots. 9-yard touchdown run for Valentine.
There's a flag on the play.
Let's see what the penalty is. Oh! Costly penalty. Take the 6 off the board. And all the way back to the 20-yard line. So it's a first and goal. Actually put it at the 21-yard line. First and goal. So they can't get first downs from this point on. They can only, they did not score. That was called on a holding penalty.
So we have 2nd and 20 then?
First and 20. Another screen. This time it's to Sack. Gets away from his first defender. Gets inside the 15-yard line, almost to the 12-yard line. So he'll cut that in half just about.
Jake Bauman made the stop.
Two minutes left in the half. George Washington 6, Parkersburg 3. George Washington driving though. Second down and goal at the 12-yard line. They're back that far because of a holding penalty. Fenwick under rush, and he
gets it away nicely.
Still got it away. I think it would have actually gone for a loss if the catch would have been made. Might have been a good idea for Valentine to let that one go. And they had to hurry that up because Fenwick was under a heavy rush. The guys have been able to do that. They've been able to pressure him, but he has hurt them on a couple, just by either good passing or using his legs.
Well, that was interesting too. That play that resulted in that you've got a penalty on pass interference, but the ball bounced up, and another player for GW came through and caught that ball right before it goes to the ground.
We're hoping to be able to check out a replay of that tremendous catch here in a bit.
Gets it off with 1 second on the play
Fenwick
clock.
To the end zone, incomplete. And that'll set up a fourth down.
Pass was broken up by Andrew Stoneker. First flag on the play.
Let's take a quick look at that tremendous catch. At the very end, that was Giacomo that was able to get the catch. Well, he just
so Valentine was the intended receiver.
Yeah. What a catch.
That's a costly penalty.
Very costly because now, and they did have their normal offense on the field, but now they have decided against that. Now we see Price. The holder's going to have it down at the 19-yard line, making it a 29-yard field goal. It's from the right hash mark, so not easy for Price. Snap and holder, okay. Line drive is good. Put 3 on the board for GW.
1 minute 31 seconds left in the first half.
1:31 remaining, 9-3. We'll go ahead and keep it here. We're close enough to halftime at this point.
I think, Mike, when you and I were talking beforehand, we would not have thought going into halftime we'd be looking at a 9-3 score.
Absolutely not.
And it's not to say that Parsons and company won't go down and score with a minute 31 because we saw that multiple games now. But at the same time, 9-3 would not have put my poker chip on that one.
Well, and it's like a couple of defenses out there like saying, remember us?
Remember us?
Really, we have seen the Parkersburg defensive line and linebackers, too, have constantly been in Fenwick's business throughout the whole evening, causing him to hurry up his passes. Now, he has been able to work it to his favor a little bit here and there, but they have rushed him, they have hurried him, they have pressured him throughout the evening. And on the other side of the coin there, GW has played the old bend but don't break. They've had they've been pesky. They've caused turnovers. PHS was not able to punch it in there when they were firmly in the red zone. So GW needs some credit for that one as well. Price will put it into the end zone, so we'll mark it at the 20 for the touchback. PHS has a minute and 31. Try and break into this 6-point lead. Mike and Joe with you here, CAS 45. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your home this evening. If you couldn't make it out to beautiful Stadium Field tonight, we're happy to be able to bring you the game.
Parsons comes into the huddle, got his directions from Coach Kimes and company. Probably said, hey guys, we can go down and do this. And he's probably said, let's get a touchdown because we don't need a field goal here. Let's don't put our kicker on the spot going into half. Let's just go down and get 6.
Parsons will survey the defense. 2 receivers split out far to the right. He'll drop back. He'll put air underneath it, and it will. Boy, that was a low trajectory. He's trying to get it to ice.
Hunter Giacomo was in on the cover. It'll be second
down and 10. Trips to the right this time. 1:26 on a stop clock. Ice is okay. He's back out on the field as he was injured briefly. That one will go to Titan Parsons. So Parsons to Parsons. That was a Titan Parsons project right there. Oh, very close. No, they're going to move the chains.
They're going to move it. Okay. I was like, whoa.
That had to have been close to a first down. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Parsons will be hurried up, and he'll get rid of it. It'll harmlessly hit the turf. He also hit the turf, and I'm sure that was not harmlessly. They're probably hurt a little bit. 2nd down and 10. Still 1:03 left. Still plenty of time to work with here.
Let's go, Big Red fans. 1 minute left in the first half. Get on your feet and put your hands together.
The stadium announcer trying to get the crowd a little more involved with this going in.
This time 3 receivers left. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Parsons, low snap, goes to the right side. There was a lot of contact there. And this time they will get the penalty. And it probably will be Solomon Farrell.
There's a flag on the flag.
That will be the one called for that.
$15-yarder.
They'll take it. The completion wouldn't have been near that much.
GW's been hit with 6 flags for about 50 yards tonight.
I'd say that's one of the few things they've not done well tonight. This is a good ball team. This is a very, very pesky, a very misleading 2-3 football team right now. Three receivers split out. Parsons with a little bit more time. Pass up in the air. Again, contact made. And they're going to get Farrell again. And really, that was an easy call because he wasn't even looking. He had his back to the the quarterback. That is going to move the chains once again. I really don't know what the protest is about. That was almost cut and dry. So GW helping out PHS right now. Couple of big 15-yard penalties now in Patriot territory at the 40-yard line, under a minute. Trips to the left. Parsons surveys the defense. They'll say, Shelton, I need you to move over to my right. Backs up, moves to his left. Puts air underneath it. That one will be caught by Matthew Stolniker, and he'll get out of bounds. Stops the clock with 46 seconds left. Moving the chains once again inside the 30-yard line to the 27.
Played by MJ Dixon. It'll be a big red. First down. Ball spotted. Patriot 27-yard line.
Ice and Andrew Stolniker to the right. Shelton in the backfield with Parsons. Drops back, looks down, moves to his left, puts air underneath it. He tried to get to his brother once again. This time that will go through his hands and out of bounds, or incomplete. Do have a flag down on the play.
Oh.
That might be an eligible receiver. Let's see. Yeah, when the sideline official, when he throws his hat down, that usually means a receiver goes out of bounds and then tries to come back in. Either that or he just wanted to show off that fine hairstyle.
Waiting for the call from his.
Boy, you had to do an extended look at something.
Come on. Ooh, 5 yards and
5
a
yards
lost
down.
down.
I think that might have been, Parsons might have been past the line of scrimmage.
I believe so.
All right, so costly, double costly there. Not only did they lose the yardage, they lost the down. They wind the clock. No, they don't. 40 seconds left. Ice and Stolniker. You got the other Stolniker right there in the slot. Receiver Titan Parsons to the far left. Parsons drops back. He slips on the turf trying to get away from the initial rush. And that's going to be costly right there, and that's going to set up a third down. So now they got to get a lot of yardage just to get a first down at this point.
Timeout, Big Red.
Timeout PHS. It is homecoming here tonight at Stadium Field, so at halftime we will turn us down and turn the Nat Sound mic up so you can hear all the festivities going on as Parkersburg will be crowning royalty this evening. I was king for a day.
Were you king for a day?
No, I wasn't.
Oh. Tell you what, it's nice to look down there, though, and see Stanley. He's got his pads on, walking the sideline with a helmet. Probably saying, just get it close, guys. I'll kick it.
I want to, please let me go out there.
Practicing the field goal kick stance on the sidelines.
That's very good to see because for much of the half, from the time he was first injured until right now, he had been with pads off and usually people attending to him. So it's good to see that on the sideline. Great game being played right now by the Patriots right now. Fenwick is as advertised. 60-yard touchdown strike to Hunter Giacomo. That was the first score of the game. That was 3 plays into the game. And then on their first drive of the game, PHS was able to drive down the field but could not get in. Had to settle for the field goal from Casey Stanley. And since then, all we've seen is a field goal from GW. Parkersburg had been driving, had been given some help along the way, too.
Along the way with a couple penalties, and then a couple penalties against them back them up now to the 41.
And that costly slip on the turf by Parsons, but he's got lots of time. Airs it out. And that was a great play by Valentine. We've been seeing some sketchy defensive secondary play by GW, but that was a great play. Valentine went in there, punched it out of the hands of Stolniker, and incomplete pass.
It'll be fourth down for the Big Red.
I'm sure Valentine's saying to himself, please not again, because you hit me for twice down here.
So PHS will take another timeout so they can talk about how they want to handle this fourth down play. So again, they got the ball in pretty decent positioning. A couple of interference penalties, got it all the way inside the 30-yard line. Then they got a penalty of their own that drove them back, and the loss of down penalty. And then a costly slip there. It's going to go as a sack for GW, but Parsons just slipped on the turf here. That's where we're at now. Fourth down. They got to get 24 yards just to get a first down to stop the clock again.
Stop the clock.
And obviously outside of field goal range, so they got to talk about how they're going to convert this first down.
It's kind of neat to see GW's Farrell going against Stoniker. One's 6'2", one is 6'3". They both weigh 180 pounds, so that's a fairly even contested.
Right.
It's not like we saw earlier where you got a 6'4" wide receiver going against a 5'9" corner.
Fourth down, Big Red fans. Let's
So they're going to go for it.
Fourth down, 26 seconds on the clock.
PHS
Think you might try a pooch kick or something here?
It's always a possibility. Parsons will air it out, and his receiver fell down. Tried to get it to Stolniker. Stolniker tried to make a stop here. I don't know. There's might be a little bit of condensation out there. That's the second consecutive play where Big Red has slipped on this turf, and that was costly too. I don't know. I don't know where he was. I don't know if he was going to be able to make that catch or not. But no matter what, fourth down turns to turnover on downs.
And he managed to split that zone to be right in there if that throw was there.
So Fenwick now will come to the field, and will the George Washington coaching staff try to dial up some magic of their own here, already up 6. Conventional wisdom would say take a knee and let's talk about it at halftime.
But we have trips to the left, so.
Fenwick lots of time, and with many of the Parkersburg High School defensive players covering receivers, Fenwick was able to get a lot of yardage, big chunk of yardage. He even stepped out of bounds. They still have 12 seconds left. Just inside PHS territory and a timeout. PHS will take their final timeout.
You think Coach Campbell's going to say, guys, we not only have to defend the home run ball, we've got to defend that run.
That's right. I mean, that's why he was able to get so many yards on that scramble there, because they were really in a prevent style defense right there. Only a 3-man rush. So Fenwick easily got 15 yards on that rush. Stepped out of bounds, stopped the clock. Still has 12 seconds to work with. We know that he's got an arm. He can throw it 40, 49 yards, 48 yards. So.
Naturally, unofficially, but that did allow Fenwick to pick up some positive yards. He's got 4 rushes for 17 yards, but he had a couple big sacks in there that negated that.
All right, so they'll put 4 on the defensive line. Everybody else is pushed back. Fenwick will get the snap. He'll drop back, and he'll take a big hit. Ethan Jones was able to sneak around there. Elder in on the tackle too, and that will complete the half. We've played 2 quarters here at PHS Stadium Field. George Washington 9, Parkersburg High School 3. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see some of the great halftime festivities here. It is homecoming on campus, so we'll We'll get to that here in just a bit. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with more here on CAS 45.
See.
Thank you, CAS Cable, for supporting Williamstown Cross Country.
I'm Rick DeRubis from the Adelphia Summer Concert Series, and I want to thank CAS Cable for being our partner.
Thank you, CAS Cable, for the continued support of the PHS Big Red Marching Band.
You don't have to go back to the dealer or travel hours to get professional maintenance and repair for your foreign auto. Cornerstone Auto Service is fully equipped with dealer-level equipment and the expertise to provide you with the same quality repairs you receive from the dealer at a fraction of the cost. From expert diagnostics to routine maintenance, Cornerstone provides honest answers and quality service. Professional, reliable, affordable. That's the team at Cornerstone Auto Service, Camden Avenue, Parkersburg.
I sincerely hope you never need my services, because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
Jeremiah's Coffee House, now at 165 Front Street in downtown Marietta, is more than just the best coffee in town. We have a full menu of locally sourced homemade soups, sandwiches, and salads. Plus, all of our items are gluten-free or have gluten-free options, including our delicious desserts. Stop by the new location and spend some time outside on the patio. And of course, we have the highest quality coffee around. Stop by and see us today, or check us out online at jeremiahscoffeehouse.com.
like to welcome you to the 2023 Parkersburg High School Homecoming Game. Tonight, we will crown our homecoming king and queen, along with announcing princes and princesses for the junior, sophomore, and freshman classes. We will start by introducing the freshman class representatives. Ava Kiger is the daughter of Tiffany and Zachary Kiger. She is escorted by Tyler Cameron. Tyler is the son of Chris and Erica Cameron. Ashley Moore is the daughter of Cammie and Brad Moore. She is escorted by Zach Medina. Zach is the son of Carrie Allen. Aislinn White is the daughter of Ashley Davis. She is escorted by Dalen Evans. Dalen is the son of Timothy Evans. Next, we will introduce the sophomore class representatives. Michaela House is the daughter of Joy and Mason Sturgill. She is escorted by Craig Dean. Craig is the son of Amanda Witt and PCB. Kendall Kynes is the daughter of Kristen and Matt Kynes. She is escorted by Will Hopkins. Will is the son of Kathy and Chris Hopkins. Emma Stanley is the daughter of Aaron and Eric Stanley. She is escorted by Jay Boland. Jay is the son of Michelle and Jason Boland. Next, we will introduce the junior class representatives. Ella Eaves is the daughter of Teresa Hogard. Ella is escorted by Chris Cox. Chris is the son of Terry Hart and Roger Collins. Izzy King is the daughter of PJ and Terry King. She is escorted by Hayden Hemming. Hayden is grandson of Corey Pratt. Danica Shepard is the daughter of May and Mark Shepard. She is escorted by Jackson Morton. Jackson is the son of Heidi and Jason Morton. Finally, we will introduce the senior class representative. Danny DeLong is the daughter of Valerie and Brian Coltwriter. She is escorted by Cole McCormick. Cole is the son of Stephanie and Brian McCormick. Olivia Perkins is the daughter of Kimberly and Aaron Perkins. She is escorted by Landon Bryan. Landon is the son of Abby Anderson and Patrick Bryan. Kiki Stacks is the daughter of Nikki and Eddie Stacks. She is escorted by Ash Pitt. Ash is the son of Beverly Mace. This year's freshman attendance. The freshman prince is Zach Medina, and the freshman princess is Ashlyn Morris. The sophomore prince is Jay Bowley, and the sophomore princess is Michaela House. The junior prince is Chris Fox, and the junior princess is Danica Shepard. The 2022 King and Queen, Quavon Cyrus and Peyton Harvey, were not able to attend tonight. So crowning the king will be PHS teacher Caitlin Miller, and crowning the queen is student council co-advisor Megan Ashcraft. The 2023 homecoming king is Landon Bryan. And the 2023 homecoming queen is Olivia Perkins.
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. When you choose one of our providers, you're starting a relationship with access to all specialty healthcare services, diagnostics, and seamless electronic medical records offered by WVU Medicine. With our award-winning Cardiac Care Center, the Center for Pain Management, Urology and GI Services, robotic surgery, sports medicine, award-winning orthopedic care, and more. If you need specialty care, it's our goal to treat you close to home. Plus, My WVU Chart is state-of-the-art, user-friendly electronic medical records at your fingertips. You have secure 24-hour access to your private health information. Message your doctor, self-schedule an appointment, refill prescriptions, check in online, and quickly see your test result. We're the only nationally recognized local community healthcare providers taking care of you and your family for over 125 years. Welcome to convenient, connected primary care. That's the power of WVU Medicine Camden Clark.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center wants to welcome 3 new state-of-the-art machines to their location. The Physique targets stubborn areas that regular diet and exercise have trouble with to help you get the results you've been looking for. The Tetra is a CO2 laser that offers fully customizable skin treatments to help improve fine lines and wrinkles, scars, and more. The Pico helps remove tattoos and dark spots by offering laser skin resurfacing with no downtime. Call 740-538-9943 to book your appointment.
It's game time, and One Community Federal Credit Union is here to help you tackle your financial goals. With our convenient and secure electronic banking and mobile services, we're taking our customer service experience to the next level. Plus, our CD rates are some of the best around, so you get more bang for your buck. When you need a loan, One Community can get you a great rate and a fast decision made locally. It all adds up to us being the Mid-Ohio Valley's winning team. One Community Federal Credit Union. Online at onecommunityfcu.org.
The Butcher Ben Autumn Festival is the place to go this fall for family-friendly entertainment. There will be plenty of food, games, and fun for all ages, including hay rides, a haunted barn, trunk or treat, costume and pumpkin decorating contests, and more. Parking is free, so visit the Butcher Ben Autumn Festival the last 2 weekends in October at the West Virginia Interstate Fairgrounds in Mineral Wells. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and go to butcherbenautumnfestival.org for more information.
High school volleyball is back on CAS 45. Tuesday, October 3rd at 7:30, the Ravenswood Red Devils take on the defending state champion Williamstown Yellow Jackets. CAS 45 is proud to showcase local high school student athletes. Fans can watch the games live both on TV and streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Coverage is presented by WVU Medicine Camden Clark. Don't miss Ravenswood versus Williamstown volleyball Tuesday the 3rd at 7:30 on CAS 45.
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. When you choose one of our providers, you're starting a relationship with access to award-winning specialty care, diagnostics, and MyWVU chart. Our state-of-the-art user-friendly electronic medical records that's at your fingertips. Caring for you for over 125 years. We're the only local community healthcare providers backed by the power of WVU medicine. Healthy relationships start here.
DePaulo's Pizzeria, located at 1403 Grand Central Avenue in Vienna, welcomes you to try their all-you-can-eat buffet. Join us Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, as well as Sundays, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8. Enjoy our salad bar, pizza, pasta, subs, cheesy bread, calzones, pepperoni rolls, and desserts. We are proud to be a local, family-owned business and look forward to serving your family at DePaulo's.
To Stadium Field, your score at the half: George Washington 9, Parkersburg 3. Mike Cameron and Joe Oliverio here, and sadly enough, neither of us were named homecoming king.
No. Had Fitz ready to go, but they just didn't have the crown ready for us. He's wearing it a lot better than you and I could right now.
I think we deserve a recount on that one, but anyway, your score at 9-3, as we said. We had one home run play in the very first drive of the game, 60-yard touchdown strike from Abe Fenwick to Hunter Giacomo. Parkersburg came back with a nice drive of their own, but they got stalled in the red zone, had to kick a field goal. And since then, all that has happened is another field goal, this time by GW. Joe, you've got stats. Let us know how it's done.
Unofficially speaking, PHS has 9 first downs to GW's 8. GW's punted twice. PHS punted once. We've had no fumbles lost, but tail of the tape is the 6 penalties on GW for a total of 60 yards compared to 2 for 15 for PHS. David Parsons, outstanding quarterback for Parkersburg High right now, is 10 of 20 for 134 yards. Another stat with him is he's had 1 rush for a -9 with that big sack that occurred there. Looking at Abe Fenwick over on the other side, the quarterback, 8 of 12 for 153 yards. So you see a lot of yards passing, but when we get down to rushing, Parkersburg High has basically 1 yard rushing due to that, and GW's got 58 with the leading rusher, our Keegan Sack, number 5. Has been the kind of the carrier work, 7 carries for him. Anthony Valentine, 6, and Fenwick, 5. So very evenly paced with regard to that.
Williamstown 0.
Okay, and then in the receiving end, 131 yards basically receiving for Parkersburg, and GW is about 138, so very even in that regard.
I had a feeling that would be a very similar number between these two quarterbacks especially.
And I think once Parsons starts connecting more with the receivers like we've seen this season, that number is going to probably displace itself and go that way. On the sideline, we just saw Parkersburg High Band perform the homecoming activities with that. We know that tomorrow they're having the Jim Kessel Memorial Band Contest Invitational. With that, that opens the gates about 3 o'clock. Bands start from 4 until 9:30 tomorrow night, Mike. There's 20 bands that are going to perform with that. So I should have brought a sleeping bag. I'm going to be back here tomorrow with that band festival up in the press box, so would be able to do that. And then right across the river, Parkersburg South's having theirs in the morning. So those gates are going to open up about 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And they've got 13 bands, some of which are going to repeat. So in our area, if you want to come out here, St. Mary's High School, PHS, Williamstown, Ripley, Parkersburg South, just to name a few, that'd be great. Some groups outside the area, Peyton City, Tyler, Hurricane High School,
if you're
Robert C. Berg, Greenbrier. So if you're a band guy, then also I think you told me earlier, across the river, Marietta Wall of Sound is having their festivities.
Bandorama will be at Don Drum Stadium, and that's going to be in the evening. Now I've found out, because normally that event takes place usually they have that during the day, but because of all these competitions, there's not enough judges to go around, so they had to move it to the afternoon into the evening just to be able to get enough judges to come out and be a part of that. And they're going to be bottom of the barrel when it comes to that. I mean, you're going to have just enough to get her done and everything.
Get it done.
But,
and for October 1st, end of September, beautiful weather on tap for tomorrow.
Tomorrow is
so I'm glad that those booster organizations and everyone involved are going to have a great day. We saw the Red Wings perform at halftime under the direction of Kim Griffey. There's a movie being made in St. Mary's called Faith, Family, and Football about the 1963 undefeated unscored upon team in St. Mary's, and Coach
I didn't know that.
Hanlon and Coach Moat. Your very own Kim Griffey has a part in that. So she's on the cast list for that, as well as yours truly and a couple other local people. So Faith, Family, and Football. Maybe you'll see it on Netflix down the road somewhere.
Check it out on a lonely evening.
On a lonely evening.
I tell you, again, it's the score at 9-3. Yeah, so the theatrics have not been there in that respect, but it's been a good game. It's a couple teams kind of punching each other pretty good. We're just seeing right now. When we saw PHS 2 weeks ago, especially against Parkersburg South, anytime Parsons was under any sort of pressure at all, he did not feel any need to stick around in the pocket. He had those legs going, and he rushed for a pretty decent amount of yards. He is the second leading rusher on this team, so he is definitely capable to do that. That's one thing maybe Coach Kimes is saying, you know what, if you see that opening, take that, because they've had a couple of times where he could have decided to go ahead and throw it anyway, but that might be something that PHS will decide to do a little bit differently in the second half. If he sees those openings, take those yardage, because right now they're doing a good job of covering the receivers right now. He's really not been able to hit any of the down receivers downfield very often. They've been very well covered, except for those two consecutive penalties that George Washington had. They were not looking at the quarterback. They were completely looking at the receiver, making contact down the field. Other than that, though, it's been a very good bend but don't break kind of way of looking at things right now for George Washington.
And let's look at some scores around the area of some teams that we may be familiar with. Wheeling Park is leading #1 Morgantown 26-14 in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's is leading Williamstown 8-0. Cabell Midland, who both these teams are familiar with, leading Capital 58-6. Roane County's up on Ripley 21-0. That's #2 Roane in AA. Wirt and Lahama scoreless. Like we said, George Washington 9, Parkersburg 3.
77-0 right now at the half. Huntington over Riverside.
Wow.
So we may see triple digits. We almost saw it from two different teams last year. This GW team almost did. They had the opportunity to do that against South Charleston. Did not do it. They had a 98-point lead going into the fourth quarter. They did. South Charleston was able to score off them. But they had the opportunity to get triple digits, and they did not do that. So I think hats off to Steve Edwards. He could have done that very easily if he wanted to.
Of course, South Charleston's getting beat at halftime by Spring Valley 49-0.
The hits just keep on coming for them.
Ritchie and Ravenswood are tied at halftime, another schools from our area here. So, Mike, it looks like we're getting ready to start the third quarter. So let's put the scores to rest. Let's put the stats to rest. Let's add some new stats, and let's add some new scores here.
PHS did win the opening coin toss. They deferred, so they will receive the ball to begin this third quarter. Price will tee it up for the Patriots. And it looks like Jason Williams will be back deep for the Big Reds.
Good. Price kick drop to begin the second half of play.
This one will be shorter. It'll be caught at the 18-yard line. Did not see the number. See him here in a second. 32 was the one that received that, Ethan Jones. And he'll get close to the 30-yard line. Actually, mark it at the 27. That's where PHS will take over as the second half has officially begun here at Stadium Field. Down 9-3. George Washington with the lead.
And Mike, isn't it exciting? It's 9 o'clock. We're done with halftime, and we're in the third
quarter. Whew. It's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling.
Got two receivers to the left, one to the right. Williams in the backfield with Parsons. Ice in motion. Give him the handoff. He'll take the jet sweep around the left side, couple of yards. He'll get to the 30-yard line before being brought down by Keegan Sack.
Can't see the ice ball carrier.
Second down, make it 7-ish. We're very precise up here. Two receivers to the right. Parsons had the setup, and then now he relaxes a bit, looks towards the sideline for the continuation of the play. Second down. And the ball, no, fake it. It's going to be a screen pass to Stolniker. He's got a little bit of open space. He'll get down to about the 45-yard line, move the chains. Nice play on second down. And you know what? I mean, they still have that threat in Parsons with his feet. George Washington knows he can run, so they're going to send a couple guys, extra guys his way. That will usually get a receiver open at that point. And that time they were able to find the open Stolniker. First down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Parsons with Shelton, and Williams puts Williams in motion. Hands the ball off to Shelton, but he gets brought down immediately. Great hit on the inside there. I believe that was Landon Bird. Said, no, sir.
No gain on that one.
Nice setup. I mean, I know they were trying again with the motion, getting all the action, at least the vantage point that way, and then try the inside handoff. Bird did not bite it on that, though, and he was able to get down. No gain on the play. Second down and 10. Two receivers set to the left, one to the right. Fake the handoff over to Stolniker, who was open. Nicely done. That was a quick moving play, Joe. Stolniker just, after the fake handoff, was able to find just the slightest of openings, and nicely touched pass there by Parsons. Trips to the right. Shotgun once again for Parsons. Williams in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Throw to the side to Ice. And he makes the initial move. He'll just work hard to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Good coverage there by George Washington.
That was made by Gabe Whitehead.
Second down and 10, Parsons. Ice to the right side. Casey Stanley back in the ballgame, Joe. He split out to the left, far left.
I like how GW just has two defenders kind of really playing back in a kind of a safety kind of mode. Keep
Fake the handoff, yep. And he tried to read the blitz there, and he will decide to keep it. Not very much on that gain. That'll set up a third down and long. Inside the 40-yard line, yes, but third down and a long 8. Ice and one of the Stolniker brothers to the right. Stanley to the left. Williams in the backfield. Parsons gets the sign from the sideline. George Washington waiting on Parsons on this third down and 8. Back to pass. He's going to have to figure out something to do with it. He's getting away. Now he'll go to the left side, throw it over to Ice. That's an incredible 4-yard pass.
That's a lot of gain.
There was a lot of running there for 4 yards. Parsons just trying to make something happen.
So who received that?
Ice did. Fourth down. 4 for the first down. They got to get to the 31. There's got it spotted at the 35. Parsons. Quick drop back. Stolniker in the slot. If he gets it. Oh, and he dropped the ball. Big hit. Stolniker was fighting for that first down. Still was not brought down yet. And the final hit jarred the ball loose.
recovered by the Patriots.
Turned the ball over, and we said it at halftime. We had not seen the fumble Ruski just as of yet, but that did happen there. Second turnover of the game. Costly for PHS. I mean, that was on 4th down.
And that would have been a first
But
down.
it would have
kept
been
that drive
right
alive
at the marker.
inside the 27.
It was that second effort that probably would have got him that, but that also might have cost him the fumble right there, as he had a big hit to charge the ball loose. Nicely done by PHS. Give the handoff to Sack, and inside to make that play was Jacob Bauman. Yards lost on the play, 2 yards lost. Mark it all the way back to the 24-yard line, excuse me. Second down and 13. Fenwick will go with nobody in the backfield. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Big left-hander looks towards the sideline, gets the call from his coaching staff. Puts the receiver in motion. Drops back. Got some time, but now that window closed quickly, and boy, he got hit.
Loss of 10 on that play. Wow.
He just waited as long as he possibly could. I'd almost call that a coverage sack right there, but it will go as a big loss. 3rd down. Let's take a quick look at the replay. One Community Federal Credit Union replay of the fumble. Big hit there. That was number 4 that jarred the ball loose. Gunnar Flores. Stolniker was just fighting hard to get that extra yard in. He was right there at the yardage marker for the first down, but Flores separated him from the ball. Screen pass to Valentine. He's got a little bit of room to work with if he gets past that. Oh, he knocked down a guy.
13, picked up the 13.
13 yards. It's going to be well short of the first down. 4th down and long, but, you just kind of roll the dice. You try to set up that screen play. You just never know what can happen, especially if you get that downfield blocking. Great run there after the catch by Valentine to get it to where he did, but that will be 4th down and 9. Mark it at the 34-yard line, and Price will be back to punt for the Patriots. Ice back to receive the punt. Stop, collaborate, and listen. It's a little
fair catch.
He kind of popped that up in the air right there.
Like, wow. Okay, midfield starting point. Let's see what PHS can do with this.
So they have good, yes, you were correct, sir. They've got that spotted at the 48-yard line. You were right. They'll mark it on the left hash mark. 1st down and 10. You just kind of keep thinking that Parsons is going to break something loose here. Again, he is a good runner. He just has not done that this evening. Throw it to the left side, and good job.
Again.
Tremendous job by closing that play off by George Washington. Stolniker caught it. He'll get a yard out of the play, but that was excellent coverage there by the Patriots. Stanley split out wide to the right. 2 backs in the backfield along with Parsons. That's Shelton and Ethan Jones.
May have been a 1-yard gain by Stolniker, but that gives him 100 yards receiving tonight. Puts him over the century mark.
Inside handoff. This is Jones. He's got a little bit of room to work with. Nicely done. Inside the 45 to the 44. Again, a good use of Shelton there, putting him in motion. Third and a couple. Parsons moving quickly with a receiver to the right, receiver to the left. Again, 2 backs in the backfield. This time they put Jones in motion. Now they go pretty much the same play opposite way. Shelton fights for the first down, gets a couple extra, all the way to the 37-yard line. Moving the chains. We're already at the 3:20 mark of this third quarter. 9-3. George Washington in the lead. PHS with the ball and driving. This formation over the last couple plays has worked. Stanley split out to the wide right, fake the handoff. This one, and he drops the ball to Jones. I don't think Parsons could have laid that in there any nicer. He just dropped it.
He knows he's coming over to the sideline. Man, it was right there.
That's the walk of shame right there.
I was wide open. All I had to do was catch it.
Oh, my goodness. And he had a little bit of room to work with, too. I don't know if he would have – he might have got the first down, but that would have been a very nice positive yardage at a time when they needed it. Under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Parsons, shotgun snap, throws it in, intercepted, and he's got lots of green in front of him. 20, 10.
Giacomo with the interception.
Down, George Washington with a great job by Giacomo to anticipate that throw. Steps right in front, pick six, George Washington. And I think he might have just hurt his knee. I am not joking. I think he might have just hurt his knee on a high five.
Cramp? No.
They're going to – he's going to go to the sideline and sit down for a bit because that one hurt, but that also hurt the PHS Big Reds too. Stepped right in front. You see there on the replay. Timeout taken by PHS. No, excuse me. I think that was George Washington that took that timeout. Stepped right in front. Great anticipation, and he had lots of green in front of him. And that is a painful, painful play for PHS as they were driving to try and possibly at least tie, maybe even take the lead on the extra point. Now down 15-3.
And we heard from the GW faithful that kind of came up tonight. Not too many, but they're in the stands. GW brought a pep band. They didn't perform at halftime out of respect for homecoming activities at PHS, so they're playing a little music now, excited with that pick six.
2:51, 15-3 now. And with this score differential,
looks like they're going to go for two.
They're going to try and go for two to make it a full two-touchdown lead. Fenwick, pistol formation. Now he moves the backs around. Keegan Sack still in the backfield. Fake the shovel pass. Rolls out to his right, throws across his body all the way to the corner of the end zone, but it will fall incomplete. With less than 3 minutes left in the third quarter, George Washington 15, PHS 3. Let's take a break. You are watching high school football on CAS 45, presented by WVU Medicine Camden Clark.
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. We're the only local community healthcare providers backed by the power of WVU Medicine. Self-schedule today at mywvuchart.com.
At Cox Family Pharmacy, we've built our reputation by taking exceptional care of our patients. Our team takes the time to get to know you and your family so you can get the help and service that you deserve. Thank you for making us your pharmacy for over 17 years. Cox Family Pharmacy, we're trusted.
Tired of long wait lines or no one answering the phone at chain pharmacies? At Cox Family Pharmacy, a real person answers the phone, and we do our best to make sure you and your family are well taken care of. Choose Cox Family Pharmacy. We're trusted.
Less than 3 minutes left in the third quarter. A costly play for PHS as Hunter Giacomo, who's had a great game. He had a 60-yard touchdown catch in the first quarter, then stepped in front of a PHS receiver and returned a pick six off the interception. So he's responsible for 2 of the touchdowns tonight for George Washington. And that's where we're at, 15-3. And Price will kick it out at the corner of the end zone. PHS will get it with the touchback.
Reds begin play first and 10, the 20-yard line.
PHS had stuff rolling on that last drive, but
sometimes just trying to make something out of nothing. He had it back there. He had a lot of receivers going different directions. I don't think he was trying for the home run ball. I just think he was trying to make a play happen.
Right. Off the scramble, and he thought he found the open receiver, but again, Giacomo was just right in the right area, stepped in front, made the catch, and there was not a single person in front of him that could stop him. Parsons gets the shotgun snap, throws to the left side to Williams. He'll bounce off a couple of Patriots, get about a 4-yard gain. Almost to the 25-yard line, marking the 24, second down and 6.
It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Red Reds.
Two receivers split wide out to the right. That is Ice and Stolniker. The other Stolniker brother right off the side of the line. Deep back in the backfield is Williams. Pistol formation for Parsons. Williams gets the handoff. He'll bust through the middle for a yard or two, maybe. Just the yard. 3rd down and 5. All the way to the nose of the ball is touching the 25. Trips to the right.
It's tough when you start 5 yards deep from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he
picked up 5.5.
Just because
they
of
basically got him to the
that pistol formation. They have to line up even a little bit farther back than they normally would. Parsons trying to direct traffic. He'll get it to Stanley. He'll make the move, spin move. First down is made. Nicely done. You're right. I mean, Parsons is just trying to make stuff happen. Holding on to the ball for a long time. You think maybe he could just pull it down and run for the first down, but that time he did find Stanley. Stanley did the rest of the work for him. 2 receivers split out wide to the left. 1:06 remaining. A little bit of time to work with. Middle of the field, Ice wide open. And he will get to the sideline, still on his feet. He's still going. Touchdown, Parkersburg High School. They tried to make the shoestring tackle. They did get him tripped up a little bit, but he kept just enough balance to dive for the pylon. He was able to make contact with that. Touchdown, Parkersburg, just when they needed it. That was a great pitch and catch. I mean, it was finding Ice in the middle of the field, but Anthony did the rest of it. Stanley will attempt the extra point. Kincaid with the hold. That one was blocked. So your score is 15-9. A weird score for a football game, but you know what? PHS will still take it. Let's take a quick look. 49.6 seconds left in this third quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it here.
You thought Ice was going to get caught right around the 30-yard line, but all of a sudden.
There it is. There's the replay.
Yeah, all of a sudden, he caught another gear. And just
there's some great breaking speed there, but Valentine dove, and Ice was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to make it no matter what. What a great job of just walking that tightrope. Valentine did everything he could to try and make that tackle, but Ice just said, the 6 is mine.
And he did a little better than Rodney Gallagher at WVU tried to do that and fumbled the ball right before it. So at least Ice got the ball past the pylon in for the score.
Well, and speaking of that, too, PHS just had that costly penalty, pick 6 right there. What do? Get the ball right back, and they score what they need. They answered exactly the way they needed to. UW will get the ball after the touchback. 15-9. GW with the lead, and they'll be coming back out onto the field. So it was a good formation there. Ice was wide. He was wide open, untouched in the middle of the field, but he did the rest of it himself. He got that second gear, third gear, got to the sideline, and again, it was almost a shoestring tackle. He was just able to keep enough balance to get into the end zone. Let's see how they can respond on defense. Fenwick, 3-receiver set, hands the ball off. That's Keegan Sack. He'll get inside nearly to the 25-yard line.
Keegan Sack was the ball carrier.
There's just enough of a differential that they're going to have to run a play. Play clock to the game clock. They're going to have to run one more play. Trips to the right, plus receiver there, hitch receiver. Put him in motion. Fenwick will throw to the right side to Sowards, incomplete pass, so now they'll have to run another play. Third down, about 5, and at least one more play left in this third quarter. PHS faithful responding in kind. Trips to the right. That was the same as the last formation, and they still threw to the left side. Fenwick, again, almost the same exact play, and they almost intercepted. He tried to get it to Sowards once again. One Stolniker brother got a hand on it, then it was almost intercepted.
Matt Stolniker with the
by Connor Petty.
First.
Great job. Stolniker was the one that got his hands up, was able to get the initial tip on it. Petty almost gets the interception. So, good 3 and out for PHS. Price back to punt for the Patriots. Still don't have all the right personnel on the field. Now they do.
Probably thought the quarter was going to end, so they were just kind of like, oh, wait.
Ice is back to receive the punt.
Still only 10.
So George Washington did not have enough
on the field.
They did not have enough players on the field, so they're going to call a timeout.
So they almost punt that with 9. They bring one on late.
That's a good point, Joe, because somebody came on late and it was still 10 people. I think you're right. I think it was so close to the end of the half. I think they were thinking that it was going to run out, but 2 consecutive incomplete passes put a stop to that. So fourth down and 6. Still 9.4 seconds left on this third quarter clock. Interesting thought there, Joe, too. They've already burnt through 2 timeouts. They do have the lead right now, but that if PHS can get another score on the board, that's going to prove very costly.
We'll see what that does with 2-3 minutes left in the game, whether those come back.
We have seen a whole bunch of different kind of punts from Price today. Good
high
punts.
snap.
It's blocked! And it's going to go all the way into the end zone. That's going to be a 2-point. That's going to be a safety. It will be a safety, so a blocked punt, and nobody could get a hand on it. Kept pushing it back and pushing it back. They put the 2 points on the wrong side. There you go.
Well, I'm sure the crowd will let them know. Jeez, oh whiz.
Well, they couldn't get the 2-point conversion on the touchdown, so now they'll take it through the safety. So that's going to end the quarter. And after 3 quarters of play, George Washington 15, PHS 11. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right here on CAS 45, presented by WVU Medicine, Camden Clark.
Rejuvenation Laser and Skin Center wants to welcome 3 new state-of-the-art machines to their location. The Physique targets stubborn areas that regular diet and exercise have trouble with to help you get the results you've been looking for. The Tetra is a CO2 laser that offers fully customizable skin treatments to help improve fine lines and wrinkles, scars, and more. The Pico helps remove tattoos and dark spots by offering laser skin resurfacing with no downtime. Call 740-538-9943 to book your appointment.
Welcome back to Stadium Field, and Joe, the cheese is starting to bind a bit. Interesting developments here. So that quarter ended with a safety blocked punt. PHS was able to get pressure on the George Washington punter, Price. Again, nobody was able to pick up the ball. They kept pushing it back, pushing it back, and then finally, at least they had the presence enough to go ahead and pick it up. If PHS picks that up, it's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
So that was actually a pretty decent play by George Washington just to get a hand on the ball. But with the free kick now from the 20-yard line, PHS is going to have the ball back with great field position just after scoring 2 points. Price will, sometimes they'll punt it from this position, but he's going to go ahead and put it on the tee. He's going to put everything he can behind it. It's going to go all the way to Williams, caught at the 20. Full head of steam to the 35 to the 40. And Williams is still on his feet. He's taking everybody with him to the 30-yard line. So the return off the free kick is going to put PHS in great field position. That might be horse collar.
It came kind of late. That might be a little bit of excessive celebration on one end. That's against GW. That's going to be real costly.
Sideline warning.
Okay.
Well, they marking on the 30-yard line.
Tell you what, the line judge on this side just threw that ball 60 yards across to the other side.
See if he's got some eligibility. 2 receivers to the right, put a receiver in motion and ice, fake the handoff. Parsons looks downfield. He'll get it out to ice on the side. Initially made the guy miss, but great open field tackle in recovery there that was Giacomo there.
Tackle was made by Hunter Giacomo. Lost 6 yards on the play.
6-yard loss on first down, 2nd down and 16. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shelton in the backfield with Parsons. Shelton in motion. Inside screen to Stolniker.
Well, there was a lot of white jerseys in the middle of that pile.
And there was a lot of moving parts to that play. They'll get a couple of yards back. Still 3rd and mighty long. Stack up the receivers. Look at that, Joe. Stacking the receivers right on the left hash mark.
Almost looks like that captain thing. We've got 2, 1, and 3.
Parsons.
He's
got to run for his life. He got rid of it. He actually threw the ball with his left hand, I think. Just trying to get rid of it. There was a receiver in the area, so it is a legal play, but nonetheless, that'll set up a 4th down and long. So with the momentum of that great play and with that great return off the free kick, PHS can't do much with it. It's 4th down. Coach Kimes got a decision. Right now it looks like the offense is still on the field. I guess you're in a place right now a punt really doesn't mean much.
Nah.
2 receivers split out to the wide left. Shelton's in the backfield with Parsons. 4th down and about 13. Got to get all the way to the 20-yard line for the first down. He'll get away from the first rusher, throws to the end zone, and that ball will be batted down, and probably the right play by the GW defensive guys, because if they catch it, it's at the 20-yard line. If they don't catch it, just defend it, they got much better field position. Turnover on downs.
That's one of the times we've seen him tonight with his arm strength. That was a very nice pass in double coverage on the run.
Yeah, he was full sprint to the left side, and he threw kind of across his body. Was not able to make that connection, though, so George Washington was able to get away with that last block punt just with the 2 points. Fenwick will get the shotgun snap. That one was Keegan Sack, gets to the 40-yard line. He'll turn inside. So a good carry on first down. Put it on the 41.5-yard line. Second down and 1. And George Washington is going to use as much time as they possibly can on each play now. And they've been really kind of doing that throughout the game, but
they take that play clock down to 2.
No, that time they took it to 14, and that time PHS said, okay. Good job there by Stallnicker. And Zane Lewis in on that play too. That'll go as a loss. It was 2nd and 1. Now it's 3rd and a long 4. They got to get to the 43-yard line for the first down. 9:02 remaining in regulation. 3 receivers to the left. Fenwick looks to the left. Now he'll put the ball down, and he'll be brought down. He might have got a yard, so it won't be a sack, but it'll be a 4th down and a decision now for Coach Edwards. They didn't do so well on the last punt attempt. Offense still on the field.
I think you got to punt that
this
ball
is
right
this
there.
is
That's
interesting and could be a costly play. They might be trying to draw PHS off, and they might have done it.
Oh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
PHS. They're going to get Williams, who's set up on the left end and just got into the neutral zone. That was just enough to trigger the flag, and that's just enough to move the chains. First down for George Washington, so they get a bit of a gift on that one. Trips to the left. Fenwick in the shotgun. He looks towards the left. He'll throw to the sideline. Sack makes the catch. He'll be knocked out of bounds inside PHS territory at the 49-yard line. Second down and 5. So a costly penalty, Joe, and the fact that the drive stays alive now for George Washington. Time has just been, this has been a very, we've seen the cornucopia here of games. It's gone just about any way you can go, but this one has moved very, very rapidly from beginning to end. Knock on wood. Looks like a little bit of a blitz. Fake the handoff, screen pass. Great job. Good connection there with Gunnar Flores, who made the catch and just put his head down and tried to get as many yards after the catch as he could. Move those chains, and George Washington now in good control. Mark it at the 41-yard line. They just got to control the rest of the game, Joe. That's all they.
That looked like Gunnar Flores' first reception, I think. So that was a very well picked up. Pick up 7 yards, get first down. 41-yard line with a moving clock.
He's got a few folks in the backfield with him. Fake the handoff to one, give it to Valentine. And really, he's just got to keep a hold of the ball at this point.
No gain on the play.
Second down and 10. Keep it at the 41-yard line.
Okay, they're going to give him a yard. So Valentine's carried the ball 8 times for approximately 12 yards. like you said, keep both hands on the ball, get it there, clock's moving, play clock's moving.
Receivers to the short side of the field, 2 receivers to the other side. 4 receivers set. Fenwick back to throw. And a nice connection. And he made the catch. That was Sowards once again. He has made a couple of really clutch catches today.
26-yard reception.
All the way in the red zone. They mark it at the 15-yard line. PHS, it would be a good thing if PHS, if they allow points, keep it at a field goal. With that 4-point differential, a field goal would make it a touchdown differential. So if they do allow points, PHS would want to do it with the field goal. Fenwick gets the handoff to Mack. Nice spin move. And he got another 2 yards from that move right there. Inside the 10-yard line to the 8-yard line. 2nd down and a long 2. They mark it at the 7-yard line, excuse me. Extended look to the sideline. Fenwick gets the call. Giacomo to the right, who's been a big-time weapon for him tonight. Fenwick gets the high snap, gets it over to Valentine.
They read that.
Good job by the PHS Big Reds to sniff that out and make the play. Stolniker gets the tackle for loss. So big play, 3rd down now, 3rd down and 8.
Running clock at 5:30.
PHS could really use a stop here. Force them into a field goal situation. Fenwick looks over the defense. 2 receivers to the right. 2 receivers to the left on the short side of the field. Fenwick drops back, sets up the screen. That's Valentine. He got away from the initial tackler, and he's going to be close.
Pass complete to Anthony Valentine.
That might just be enough. And they do move the chains. 1st down. Big play there. And that was all Valentine there. But he looked like he might have been brought down short of the 1st down. Got away from the initial first tackler there. Got just enough.
Had the chance to stop him.
Yep. He was there. The play was there. PHS just could not make it. GW now.
That 1st and goal from the 5.
Fenwick with a lot of people in the backfield with him. He's not lonely. Valentine to the 2, and he's bottled up.
Anthony Valentine, the ball carrier. The red charge was led by Andrew Stoniker.
Again, the numbers does not support a touchdown right now for PHS. If GW can get that. Clock moving at 4:12. Patriots 15, Big Reds 11.
That game clock's right in front of Valentine.
Fenwick, quick handoff, the sack. He gets to the 2. He's still fighting. He's brought down short of the goal line.
Tackle was made by Andrew Stoniker.
Mark it at the 1. It's about really the half-foot line. Bunch formation, Fenwick. And the 6'3" Fenwick looks like he was able to find a way into the end zone. No indication yet.
Hey, Fenwick on the quarterback keeper.
Still no indication.
Wow.
He is short.
The way that he went underneath.
He did,
all those
yeah.
guys, you just thought.
GW will take the timeout. We'll keep it here. Why not? You know, Joe, it takes 2 to make a thing go right.
I would have sworn, looking at the way he went underneath that offensive line, and the two big guys behind him just kind of push him, that would have been but
maybe that initial dive, he landed.
Is what landed.
Yeah, he landed too close into the green, not into the red, so it's 4th and very short. It's pretty simple, though. If Coach Edwards decides to kick the field goal, that has not been a very easy thing for either team tonight. There's been block kicks galore, so.
I tell you the tough part, though, you kick a field goal, you go up 7, and PHS with 3 minutes left can go down and get 7. This is, you got to go for it. If you don't get it, PHS starts, and they got 99 yards to go.
Yeah, I guess that is the play.
We've seen that kind of difficult tonight to get.
That is the play. Try to get that touchdown. If you don't, it's 99 yards. I'd still like to have that nice 7-point cushion. But they'll try it again. This time I think he got in. Touchdown, George Washington off the second push. Fenwick was stood up, but he was able to spin that 6'3" body around, and he found a crevice to get into, and the points on the board for the Patriots, 21-11.
That's Fenwick's 9th rush, and he's gained a total of 0 yards tonight.
But he's also got 6 points on the board.
But he's got a 6-point, he's got a touchdown. So he's thrown for 2 and ran for 1 tonight.
Price will try the extra point. And that is good. So George Washington doubling up on the Parkersburg Bid Reds, 22-11. Let's take a break. When we come back, your final 3 minutes and 10 seconds. You're watching high school football on CAS 45, presented by WVU Medicine, Camden Clark.
It's game time, and One Community Federal Credit Union is here to help you tackle your financial goals. With our convenient and secure electronic banking and mobile services, we're taking our customer service experience to the next level. Plus, our CD rates are some of the best around, so you get more bang for your buck. When you need a loan, One Community can get you a great rate and a fast decision made locally. It all adds up to us being the Mid-Ohio Valley's winning team. One Community Federal Credit Union. Online at onecommunityfcu.org.
3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. In a tall order for the Big Reds, down 11 points now. That turnover on downs for PHS, very, very costly, as George Washington able to get it back and then punch it in for the score. Price will tee it up. Williams will catch it at the 2.
Had a nice run back last time.
He'll keep fighting. He'll get out of bounds. So good field position for PHS, but they need a lots of yardage and small and large chunks, excuse me. So at the end of the third quarter, blocked punt. Parkersburg was able to, well, actually, GW recovered it in the end zone, so they get the 2 points. Free kick for George Washington to PHS. Great return, gets all the way inside the 30-yard line. PHS cannot score on that drive. That was very costly. GW gets the ball back on that turnover on downs, and they drive the field, and they take now a commanding 11-point lead. Parsons will run for a couple of yards.
David Parsons on the quarterback keeper.
And again, pretty good coverage there. Parsons had nobody to go to.
CW charge was led by MJ Dixon.
Stanley and Ice all the way to the right side. Shotgun formation for Parsons. Jason Williams in the backfield with him. Drops back to pass, looks downfield, and he will be rushed over the top. Tried to get it over top to Stolniker. Cannot get that to fall.
Pass completed to Andrew Stolniker. Falls incomplete.
We got another injury, but this one looks like the ye old cramp. This one is Stolniker. Immediately working on his calf.
Andrew.
And you notice when that happens, everybody on the field starts stretching out a little bit more. Matter of fact, I started stretching up here.
Yep.
So they'll take a quick timeout forward to tend to the injury to Stolniker. 3rd down and 6. PHS has got to score quick and get the ball back with that 11-point differential.
And while they are working on that, we were so excited about that play that Parsons threw to ice and that score of a touchdown. We saw that in the paper today with Parsons making that TD pass. That basically broke quarterback Mark Kimes' record of 52 touchdown passes. So
Mark Kimes, the younger brother to Matt Kimes, the head coach. That was a couple of magical seasons right there. That kid back in the day reminded me of a young, I mean, I know this is, at the time I thought this was really high praise for him, but yeah, he was, almost like a Brett Favre. He was a gunslinger on the field, wasn't afraid to run the ball, wasn't afraid, he was an ultimate competitor, and highly responsible for 2 of those state championships that PHS was able to win back in, I think, 1999 and 2001, I think. Somewhere in that area.
That a great feat that might get overshadowed tonight with a loss. But
David Parsons is quite the competitor himself. I mean, and he's got the size too, with 6'3", over 200 pounds. He can. Oh, wait a second! The band's playing sticks. I had to take a quick break there.
But Parkersburg next week goes. Well, they have Huntington here.
Oh boy. It's a weird schedule PHS has. They had the 3 games on the road, 5 consecutive games at home. He's on the sideline, on the 50-yard line right now. We got, I think, one of the Stolniker brothers. They're still working on him. It looked like initially a cramp.
And they're in the 4th quarter of that Huntington-Riverside game, 77-0. So Huntington's going to bring their squad up here next week. So there's going to be no rest for the weary, no rest for the Big Reds.
No, not at all.
Turn this thing around and get ready.
3 receivers set to the right. 2 to the right, excuse me. Parsons in the shotgun.
Blitz coming from the end.
Spins away.
Oh, right into it.
Gets to Stolniker at the 35-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains and stop the clock.
David Parsons pass complete to Matthew Stolniker. Tackle was made by Gunnar Flores.
Titan Parsons split all the way to the right side. Ice in the slots. Stanley to the left side. Parsons got to hurry up. Spins away. Just doing his best to get away. He'll get brought down for about a yard gain. I tell you right now, I think a lot of credit has to be given to the defensive secondary for GW. They have, I think I've used the term bend but don't break on a couple of different occasions tonight, and it has been a good job right now. They've just not given Parsons a lot of, a lot of targets to throw to right now.
They've locked up that receiving core of Ice, Stolniker. Grant Stanley, maybe slightly injured in the first half. He's the one on the side. So we've had that issue. Normally a very prolific receiving core. And still they've garnered 20 receptions and about 271 yards.
Right.
But like you said, it's just been a case of really locked up.
They've had a couple of opportunities inside, close to the red zone, and they've not been able to score. Their first points on the board was a field goal that they had to settle for. And then, of course, that first possession of the 4th quarter, they got inside off of that great return off the free kick, and not anything that they could show for that one either. And don't forget about the pick 6 that ended another drive. So, I mean, this has been a really, really well-played game by the George Washington defense. And that's not something that we talked about much as we walked into this game.
Going into this contest, no.
But they've done a great job. I mean, they've pressured Parsons a lot of the time too, but it's really been more of the coverage sack variety. That's going to be a hold. They get it to Shelton, and he'll be brought down. Another flag, so that I don't know how they'll do that. I don't know if that's straight offsetting or if it's going to be the worst of the two. There'll be a hold at the 30-yard line on PHS. We'll have to see what the rest of it is.
Either a late hit out of bounds or a horse collar. See what Jason Wilkinson tells us here. White cap.
We have 2 fouls in the play, 1 against each team. Holding on the offense, number 78. Personal foul, horse collar on the defense.
Oh, yeah.
Second down.
Well, again, we've got them both right, but it's offsetting, so it didn't hurt anything. I mean, it negated a nice play for PHS.
Nice play, which would have been a first down.
Second down and 10, under 2 minutes. Mark it at the 35-yard line. PHS has got a lot of room to work here. Parsons drops back. Got time this time, but Stolniker was not looking for that pass.
Pass is intended to Matthew Stolniker. Keeping sack is on recovered.
Third down.
3rd and 10.
Parsons trips to the right side.
Good ball. Full start. On the offense, on the second down. 5 yards. Slow down.
Penalty on PHS. They do that where they get up to the line, Parsons claps his hands. And I think sometimes that's kind of a design to try and maybe draw the defense off. But that time there was movement on the PHS side.
Offensive lineman.
Trips to the right. Parsons looks to the sideline for the call.
Kind of been tough because they've shot themselves in the foot a couple times with these penalties.
Parsons looks down the field, gets it to Stanley, who tries to work hard for a first down. He's going to be short. Clock stopped at 1:36. Stanley gets up, banged up. Once again, he's had a tough game today. He's showed a lot of toughness just to get back out on the field.
Oh.
Wow, that was a late, I didn't even see the flag. Ineligible receiver. So, insult to injury there. Mark it all the way back to the 26. Third down and JR's Donuts. They got to get to JR's Donuts to get the first down.
Is that it?
The guys in the truck were trying to figure out what I was talking about there. Parsons fakes the handoff, sideline, nicely done, and he's in the open field. Ice. He's not going to get, yes he is, he's caught at the 5-yard line. Ice once again coming up big for PHS when they needed him the most.
70-yard reception for Ice.
You know what, they say that Ice guy is pretty cool.
Well, you'd like to think it's not about to give an Ice baby there because that would just like date me and everybody else going on around here.
Shotgun formation. Parsons looks towards the end zone. He's pointing where he wants his receiver to go. But that will fall incomplete. Trying to get it to Zane Lewis.
It'll be second and goal from the 6-yard line.
Second down and goal. You know, Joe, if they can punch it in here, they got time. So you're saying there's a chance.
That's a neat commercial.
Trips to the right. Parsons in the shotgun. Oh, he's got to be rushed. He's got to get away. He's got some space. He'll be short. Pushed out right at the, oh, he got to the 2-yard line. That does stop the clock, less than a minute.
Pick up a 5. looked like Ice was laying, or Parsons was laying down there.
That is indeed Parsons that they are attending to right now. We do have an injury on the field right now. Less than a minute, 22-11. GW with the lead over PHS. David Parsons right now, the injured Big Red that they are attending to.
Still? Okay, let's look at some scores while we're here.
While they're tending to
time. Williamstown St. Mary's in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's still 8-6. We already told you that Cabell Midland Capital score was 66-6.
Are they going to line up? They are. Well, we've still got a coach on the field.
Number 10 Martinsburg over number 13 Musselman, 42-0.
Coach Kimes is definitely upset about something with that last. So Cooper Kincaid is on the field for the Big Reds. Third down. Throws the ball over the top, and that will be broken up. So fourth down. Parsons is saying, get me back on that field, folks. He still has, his shoulder pad was completely out of his jersey, but now they got that fixed.
He's really smart in that right leg. Doesn't look.
Fourth down and goal. 2 yards to get in. Parsons, who was just tended to for being injured, is going to run this fourth down play. Low snap. He'll throw it in, and that will be tapped down.
Pass attempt is knocked away.
And that looks to be it for the Big Reds.
Will run down. It would be first and 10 for the Patriots, starting at their 2-yard line.
Trying to get to the back of the end zone there, but ball was batted down by the linebackers for George Washington, and that just about sealed the victory for the Patriots. So PHS had chances tonight.
They did. GW's got to be careful here. They can't just simply take it.
Yeah,
they've got to get that ball off that 1 yard line.
GW will take their final timeout.
Coach Edwards kind of reminded him, guys, we're down the end zone. We don't need a safety here and have to kick off to these guys.
Yeah, we don't.
We're 48 seconds away from a victory in this town.
Well, I mean, the mathematics still don't really work in the favor for, even if that were to happen, it still would not work in the favor for PHS because that'd still be a 9-point differential. But stranger things have happened.
Right? It's that new math.
Is that Common Core? You're a teacher, right?
No, we don't go down that road. that's
All right. Pandora's box opened up.
I tell you, Mike, it's been fun being with you again tonight. I always like to call when I get from Brian or Ronnie to come out and work with CAS, first-class Cracker Jack crew, running the cameras, running in the box. You see the amount of wiring and things that it takes to get this thing working. That they've got to run all day to try to get ready to present this thing to the Mid-Ohio Valley and their viewers. So,
first-class operation. That ball is very, very deep in territory. So
Don't know why we've got a stop clock. That's why we've got a stop clock.
Another timeout. PHS this time. 41.7 seconds left. 22-11. We're just waiting to close this out.
So Fenwick has had 10 carries for -1. But
he's been pretty useful in the other part of the equation.
Give or take. Once again, unofficial results, 13 of 17 for 212 yards, 2 touchdown passes. So his feet have not really hurt the Parkersburg Big Reds, but his arm sure has tonight.
Did you say 13 of 17?
13 of 17.
My goodness, that's a great completion. That's efficiency right there.
Once again, unofficial results.
Oh, just say it's official. It's okay.
No, because there's Facebook. And somebody will pull it up and say that Cracker Jack team of Mike and Joe don't know what they're talking about because he was 14 of 18 or something.
I'm sure they're saying that anyway. First down and 10. It's marked at the 2-yard line. We have spent a lot of time waiting for this play to be ran. Fenwick will go right up the middle. And I think PHS could stop it one more time if they wanted to, but I think they chose not to. And they don't have to run another one.
Final play of the ball game.
We're waiting on these final 16 seconds to go off the clock. Final score at Stadium Field, George Washington 22, Parkersburg 11. And both teams will be meeting at midfield and doing the handshake line. And that's it from Stadium Field. Any closing thoughts, Joe?
I'm glad to see the handshake line still exist. You got, your combatants on the field, you try your best, you represent your school and your community, and then at the very end of it, just be appreciative of each other's efforts. Too many things in society now are trying to eliminate that. So glad that they're able to go there, congratulate each other. They've still got the rest of the season to work out. Once again, we had a beautiful night, beautiful moons, even brighter above PHS. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. A lot of band kids are going to do their thing tomorrow all over the valley. So thank you, CAS, for providing an opportunity to do this game.
Thank you, Joe. For Joe and for the rest of the crew here, the fine crew here at CAS, thanks so much for watching tonight's game. I'm Mike Cameron. Have a great rest of your evening. Final score 22-11. George Washington over PHS. Have a great evening on CAS 45.